And we're live, I think. Maybe. Hey, how's everyone doing? Saturday night.
Not yet.
Everyone in the chat. We got Tim Windsor in the house. Appreciate it, Tim. How are you? Fox, how you doing, brother? Saw you just last night. He was on the trivia with Bryce and all of them over at Frankenstein. Saying what's up. And then John in there. So yeah, it's been a snowy one on the old West Coast over here. Hey.
Jeez. Y'all are like brothers, it looks like. Look at those mops.
It's like a
he's
been a metalsmith today. That guy's been all over doing repairs.
Yeah. Things that should not. Like I said, that is one of those fixes where it's like, I don't even know who you would have taken it to. They were just like, that's junk.
Oh yeah, that's
move along.
Like I said, somebody says I'll buy that car off of you at that point.
Yeah,
it is how that goes. Rich, how you doing, brother?
Motor.
No spark issue. Ooh. And I haven't played with Mitsubishis too much for that. Him saying hi to Fat Cats.
Hello,
that being said,
everybody.
Passenger side has holes in it, but it's not broke yet.
So you got time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I put this camera here, and then I'm watching you up there, and I feel like it's a weird angle still. Is the quality better with the camera, though?
You don't have to look at me to talk to me.
You look at me when I'm talking to you.
The quality is much better.
The glare on the glasses still is crap.
Oh, total crap.
Yeah. Laser eye surgery should have really been bumped up on the old to-do list.
Just be blind. It's easier.
Just be blind. It's easier for you if I'm blind. Is that what we're going? Oh, that is
easy for me. You don't
that
need
is that is actually a lot easier for you. I will believe it. Can't read any of the chat.
It's easier on my eyes. It's prettier now.
Glad I could help. So
you can tell your eyes have been bad forever because you're like, we take glasses off, they instantly go into squint mode.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been in the glasses ever since they said, "Hey, you should get glasses, dummy." I'm like, "Okay, sure."
I'm like 5.
And then I was like, "Oh, I can see. Oh, look at that. That's great. I love these glasses." I was, I think, 13, 12 or 13.
I haven't fallen for that trap yet.
I wear them for driving strictly.
I legally should.
Well, aren't you blind in one eye?
Oh, completely.
Yeah. Look at me over here.
I got the strong eye. Don't worry about it.
I don't think that's how that works. So I have been down a rabbit hole of handbrakes on Can-Ams.
Horrible idea.
Yeah, I want one, and no one makes one I like. So we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight at some point.
You know,
I have some things.
You should probably
train horn. Mechanism, Rube Goldberg, handbrake device. Beep.
Okay. But instead of Rube Goldberg, we just run hydraulic lines up there because you could hard line or even soft line.
I guess you could mount the cage.
Because it would mount upside down, right? I mean, it's not kind of bleeding. That's going to be fun. Because you have to pump all the way up there and then all the way back,
Fix it
right?
the highest point.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your master cylinder is supposed to be the highest point in the system.
Yeah, it definitely. Well, so that would be the master cylinder at that point. Way up there, or could be. See, that's not going to work there either.
I'm not sure there's a benefit to that.
Space is what you'll see is going to be the only benefit, which is why I was kind of entertaining it, because the space is twice on this thing. John has the 2-seater version, which is also there's even less room, realistically. Is John still here? Did we lose him?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah, he's there.
He's Beyblade it down there. Beyblade? What is that stupid kid's game?
Oh, yeah, about that. Beyblades? I've heard, my kid was into those for a little while. Yeah.
All I'm picturing on this avatar screen right now. Beyblade.
Yep. So I was a big Beyblade guy.
Kind of cool. Look how contrast my mic is.
Yeah, your mic just totally became the focus of the day.
It's the start of the show, really.
It's a good looking
Really,
mic.
It is. I like this. I'm not going to move.
are you gonna plug the mic now as far as like who it is and
It's a Shure brand mic. Ah,
why it's so awesome?
Mike said nope.
Oh, it's back to you now.
Yeah, it's back to me now.
I love you got like a control room. I'm trying to angle. I'm trying to get the feng shui you got going here.
I just turned the camera.
And Midnight's got this whole like freaking what is
yeah,
this?
like corner of things.
I got
70
it.
That's good stuff.
I got things everywhere, man. This is just one little
70
tiny.
Chevelle SS grill. It's got some
Yeah.
big block valve covers. Got a 409 valve cover down there on the bottom.
Yeah. Well, it's from a 348, but same difference.
Hey, I was giving you the doubt, man.
That's good of you. That's good of you. But
Oh, you really appreciate that with these jobs.
Nobody has any respect for them 348s. You can be like, I got a 348, and they're like, meh, it's not 409.
Well,
It's not.
still cooler than a 305.
He's right.
I mean, if it
He's
runs.
Well,
But
I mean,
Because I can make a 305 run at the parts store. 348, that's going to get a little finicky.
he
it
does.
still looks cool. Still looks cool with those valve covers. I mean,
Facts.
it's hard to deny that valve cover.
You got to have it in something that's hanging out though, so you can see it. If you're going for the valve
Very,
cover,
very
looks
similar
cool.
valve cover on a big block V6. Just saying.
Oh, the
V6.
DMC. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That is true. There's all sorts of junk in here. There's a whole rack behind me of junk. Ever show you guys this? I think I did a short on this one time for some sort of video. Check this thing out. It's a well, it's an 8-track player, and the faceplate just came off. But check it out.
Is it an 8-track? I got one of those.
See, dudes has probably seen plenty of these.
I actually took one out of the Fairlane.
And this is
Only one.
Yeah.
in case you're concerned about your 8-track player being stolen. It actually comes off this.
Oh yeah,
plate.
Dave.
It's a slide out.
Oh, so you could take it with you. This is the old
Yeah.
removable face. Before
Well,
that was the thing.
No,
Yeah.
the big thing about 8-tracks too is they made them portable to where you could actually use them in places.
Well, so here's
Oh, that makes sense.
this was the cool thing about this find. This was in some junky parts car that I got. Was this bad boy right here?
Nice.
It's an Audio Vox FM tuner that you
Yes.
plug into your 8-track.
Oh, shut up.
You
So
don't have to have a radio in your car.
Yeah,
Pretty sweet, huh?
that is wild.
when I was first redoing my 68 Suburban, it has a factory Oldsmobile 8-track player where the actual face of the tuner is the 8-track slot. So you have a
Oh.
tuner dial and it pops in and that's your 8-track. And then I actually took an 8-track and built in, if you take two eyes, one from an 8-track reader or one from an 8-track player and then the 8-track player itself, and you line those two eyes up in a track, you can actually digitally inject audio through an iPod into your 8-track player from an 8-track tape.
Of course, you would figure that out.
The problem is it's only mono sound and it sounds bad.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
I'm sure
I'm
that sounds
sure.
awful.
Oh, I'm sure it's
So you're
terrible.
like, yeah, I'm doing this, and it's like, this doesn't sound good at all.
But it's got that classic
So
70s.
fast, how are you,
I mean,
man? God.
Yeah, it takes good quality MP3s and turns them into bad quality 8-track real fast.
What do you think was going to do?
Well, it was a neat experiment until I went, audio sounded bad on these. And then when you figure the fact
I don't think
8-track
anyone's ever claimed that, you know what was a good sounding thing? 8-track.
But
No
here's
one
the
has
thing,
ever
though.
said that.
when music was built for 8-track, it sounded right on 8-track. When you take
No,
music
it
that was
sounded
never
the way
built
it's
for
it sounded the way it sounded because you didn't have anything better. It was like, well, it sounds like shit, but I can take it with me, so it doesn't matter.
Well, see, no, it didn't actually sound like shit
No.
because it didn't have that scratchiness from the record player.
So
Yeah.
yes and no. So here's the problem. It's
Yeah,
like not.
shooting
It's like
contact.
watching old. It's like watching old visual effects at the time because you didn't know any better. It looked good, but now you go back and you're like, it looks like shit.
True.
And that's kind of the thing you're going to run into there. It didn't at the time because, like you said, yeah, it was better than the scratchy records in the wiki.
Yes, yeah.
But
Didn't suck as much as a record. So
yeah,
You know Motorola phones?
flip phones.
Yeah, Motorola,
Yeah.
the brand. One of the very first things they invented was motorized record players. Record player for your car.
Oh, well, I guess the motorized record players have been around forever, but like travel
Yeah.
motorized.
Motor car record player.
Oh, motor car. Well, okay. When you said motor, I just figured the thing that spun it around instead of you like spinning the handle like the.
I've seen
And they
some of
actually
those.
had an auto leveler and everything on the base of the player.
I assume some of that technology then got dusted off for the old CD craze then, because they had to do. There was a similar leveling, deal with that.
I don't know. CD kind of clamps in. Generally.
Yeah, but doesn't it clamps in? But doesn't the part that spins it up kind of have a floating deal to it? Some sort of self-leveling. Because I know that if you ever tilted like a Discman out of too far, you could hear it like start to touch things
Oh
inside.
yeah.
Yeah. So I know it's not perfectly stable.
Now those definitely sounded better than 8-track.
Oh yeah. See, the worst part about the CDs was that they got messed up, like a lot.
So I had a really crappy, like Apex or something CD player, really cheap guy that played MP3s.
Yeah.
And I had a little small round throw pillow that I would sit on the hump of my G-Body Malibu and set it on that like it had a little perch, and then I would plug it into the auxiliary port of the knob radio, and I'd have a CD player.
Lear jet tapes, huh? That could be true. Oh wow! I guess we're gonna know down here because Fox is collaborating. 2 people on the internet told me it's got to be true.
Totally.
Totally.
Sounds true to me.
I'd believe it.
Speaking
So
of
you telling me this guy made so much money off 8-tracks that he made jets from there? Is that where this story is going? Just wondering.
I mean,
Because that would be cool.
He probably just didn't like his record player skipping in his Learjet, so came up with something.
He already had so the jets came first before the tapes. Is that what you're going with?
That's what I'm gonna go with.
Okay, all right. I feel like the timelines might be a little off on that one, but I like it.
You never know.
All right, so I guess we'll get right into what I wanted to kind of go into, and that is handbrake opportunities for Can-Am X3. Currently, there is not a lot in the market for that. You have
nobody
this
does
kit
that.
right here. If you can, are you guys seeing this?
I'm seeing it.
So they take your current oh shit handle that the passenger has, and they cut that off, and then you slide this into it, and then that mounts the rest of this essentially.
Do you see why they did that though?
Why they did what?
Why they built it like that?
Because it gives you a solid mount into the frame to give something to hold it all back essentially. And it gives you a spot for it to already come through where there's a handhold.
And any idiot can install that.
Yes, because obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the price.
Oh, that's you can make that mount. Ooh,
Hold on. It gets better.
Enhance.
So that's all you get. That's all the options you get. You get no pictures. It doesn't show you what it's installed. You don't get fitment. You don't know any of those. things.
It doesn't even show it in the rig. Like, it'll fit. We swear.
No. Yeah, trust us. You're gonna have to cut some stuff, and we're gonna be upfront about that. But don't worry. You'll
No
be fine.
backsies.
Let's see. Where's the other one? Agency power. Here we go. Here's the other one. This one actually has some pictures of it installed. So it's right here. You see it. I guess we're at the end.
Kind of gaudy.
So the normal handle's here, and then you have to cut all of this out of your,
And then replace it with that cool carbon fiber.
No, you have to do that out of your plastic one. This is a carbon fiber one, and just in their pictures.
It looks like you're going drifting or something with your
I plan on being so
That's
for
his
what I'm
goal.
doing, not the drifting, but the having some ability to initiate some sliding downhills and some controllability for the back end of the vehicle with it being a school bus is kind of why I like it. So this is the same thing. They're doing the exact same, copying each other. There's that bigger Wellwood one that we were talking about yesterday. And the thing I don't like is you have to cut basically your side plastics right here because it does not fit as well as they want you to believe it does. I've seen some other fitment. Oh, but you can get these cool colors and look how comfortable that handle looks to pull.
No.
Did you see the price on this one?
Nope.
Yeah.
So, and this also screams like, how low does the passenger sit in the passenger side? Like, does this become an impaling object if they were to like cook a...
No, that's what the harness are for.
All right.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. I mean, it's right
You're
where
not getting
there's a
anywhere near
handle
that?
there normally anyhow for...
Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Is if there's a holding on handle, it kind of puts
Yeah.
it where people would hold on.
Oh yeah, the problem that I hate about this is exactly what you can see here is if somebody goes to grab where their oh shit handle would normally be, they're pulling the brakes. And so I don't like that.
Full stop scenario.
Current.
Fox has
And those
a
are
real
the
good
two
question
options.
there.
What was that?
Fox has a real good question there. He wants to know if that brake will give you room to install an 8-track.
Yeah, man.
No, we definitely are not going to be doing any of that. Trimming required is a lot. So I don't like the options we have so far. So I have been doing some digging and found this guy, which I think I want to do this reverse mount one. So you see the price gets a lot better. It's actually smaller, so it takes up less space. And essentially mounting something like this to where the shifter is behind it, and then we can go forward. And then it's just a pull handle. I like this one too because it's you can run your own reservoir right here, or you can run it through the reservoir it already has. It gives me ability to do some things there. Now the problem then becomes how do you make it fit in the machine though? But worry, there's more. Let me get the share screen. Here we go. This is what the center console looks like in a blown up figure. And this is all plastic. None of this is metal except for this bracket right here, 3210. And that's the only metal bracket. All of this is plastic coming off of the frames. There's one screw that goes through right here and goes through and holds this whole bulkhead right here to the handle. And then there's some screws right here, 50 that go in and screw all this plastic together. It's wild. So I'm thinking about doing something along the lines of some more cutting, like old Stupid Fast Truck was saying. And then building some... Where is it? Here we go. All right. So I've already put this in this particular model where I've built a plate that would essentially go in and weld right here and allow you to put this in front of where the stock location for your shifter is, essentially. And so you would pull it back towards your shifter. And the idea being there is that we would somehow changing our throw ratio with the shifter cable, because it's just a cable, 2-point pull type system. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Screen share. Right here. All right, so it's a standard cable. It just hooks into that metal bracket that I did show you, the one on that last picture, and then goes straight to this leverage arm. So I believe if we just change the throw point between the lower end of the cable where the cable hooks on and the pivot point, it will raise or lower how far the throw needs to be to click into gears. Correct? Am I crazy thinking that? Did I lose everybody?
No.
No, I'm not. Or no, I didn't lose you. Or
The presentation is boring, sir.
well, I'm sorry.
It's riveting.
So-
riveting.
Your cable could move back. That's pretty easy.
Relocating this is not a hard part. Changing the throw is where I start to lose everybody, I guess.
Yeah, and you'd said that. So
I'm on the fence there, Fox.
I don't think it would be that hard to change the throw, and you don't need it to have such a long throw. I think that's just done for people that need that feeling to know that they're changing gears excessively.
Yeah. Because the throw on that right now is almost 10 inches of like from front to back as far as the shifter lever is. The part 510 is a stamped piece, and it's just got a bushing essentially welded in right there in the center. So I believe that any bit of, I could just move that bushing and slide it around. But so that part right there, 510, is $14. I'm thinking about just buying one and heavily modifying the crap out of it to see what it does. Or should I just not? Or do I just not reinvent the wheel here? It's one of those ones where I've got, no one makes the thing I want. Ooh.
Well, you probably have some time to just go ahead and make it then.
Well, that is definitely where half of the deal is. I definitely have the time. I want to be able to make it in the CAD program to where if I wanted to reproduce it, it's something that's easily reproduced. Like, so I bought a kit that, this is one of the pieces out of it, to gusset and reinforce some things on the kit. For, I think, $600, I bought 2 separate kits that I could have easily made everything for if I had all the dimensions and the, you know, availability of a plasma cutter and a bender and all these things. But I don't, and that's the whole point of these kits. They're throw it in a flat rate box and send it off to, you know, whoever's willing to do the job. And so as I'm coming up with these ideas and things I'm trying to do, I'm like, can I make it to where that's a thing going down the road? You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's plenty of money in making aftermarket Can-Am parts.
There is, but it's a niche group on top of a niche group. Like dudes was saying, do you need someone that needs to squirt, you know, go around a corner with e-brakes and all of that?
Hence the reason, you know, $600 for brake handle.
Well, that is my deal. At the end of the day, they want $600 for a setup that I can, for $300, be into the base of it and better. Oh, I hear myself. Must be Dave. Dave's watching. I appreciate it, Dave.
What's up?
Hey, we got a little bit of feedback. You got a window open?
Yep, hang on. My bad.
You're good. You got a little bit of feedback. You got a window open? Hey. Yeah, I was just getting ready, getting all things together, and I saw you go live. I was like, oh man, Dave, what's up? In the garage.
Yeah, that's not normal for me.
It's been a minute since I've seen you out there.
I haven't been out here much lately. I haven't.
That's what you were saying.
Hey, could you put that? I missed a lot of that conversation about your brake deal.
Yeah.
Could you put it above on the roll bar like a parachute handle?
We started there, and we were a little concerned about the master cylinder bleeding, it being so high up above the original master cylinder.
Yeah, that'd be a problem, brother.
Because for space, it's the best spot for it. Because then it would be in the same place. You're still just pulling back to
That's
yourself.
what I'm saying. You just make a mechanism.
Well, yeah, you're talking bell cranks and freaking push rods.
To bleed it, you'd have to do like a pressurized deal. You could bleed it, but you'd have to push the fluid through.
Yeah, pull a vacuum from the back and pull it back up.
You could, or like some of them have, like it doesn't. It's all rotted out now. But when I worked for Volvo years ago, like in the 90s, I had one in a bug sprayer, and it would screw to the top of the master cylinder, and you just pump it up, and it'd be pressurized. You just go to each wheel cylinder, and it'd push fluid out. It was awesome.
Oh, that does actually sound good.
Cool.
Gyroscope stabling coffee mug holders for the king. I mean, not
Yeah.
much of a coffee guy, but that, yeah. I think if you had it far enough forward, if you're up by the steering wheel and it comes down by there, I mean, the only thing you're gonna limited visibility for your rear view, but you can't see anything out of the back of that thing anyhow. So, I think
Just an idea. I don't know if it'd work. It probably
no,
wouldn't.
I like it for everything but the bleeding portion of it. Although
Flip it,
getting
up,
aligned
flip it
up
upside down, bleed it, and then flip it back over.
Step 1, roll vehicle upside down.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
Nobody ever said you got to keep it right side up to bleed it.
That's why we've been doing it wrong this whole time. I've been trying to do it the wrong way.
What's he doing over there? Bleeding his brakes. Don't worry about it.
Just a crunch. Well, have you seen Demolition Ranch? He took one of them and rolled it over for some stupid stunt, and he ended up breaking a bunch of shit. He was like, that was a terrible idea. Like, they had the strap ones that are like the seat belts, and dude came, like, it lets you come out a little bit before it grabs you. So his head and helmet bounces off the ground and everything. I was just like, you guys are idiots.
I've only watched a few of his videos.
He doesn't normally do dumb things like that, but for whatever reason, they had gotten in their head that they needed to roll this thing on its side to prove
That's the guy that
something.
hangs out with Roman Atwood all the time, right?
Yeah.
In Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, Roman just bought half of what was it, the freaking shirt company that he has or something like that.
Sure.
And that apparel. Whew.
That's where it's at. I mean, you see
Oh, yeah.
Cletus, well, we were just talking the other day, dudes, and Cletus took over, what is it, Derek's
Vice grips.
merch thing? Yeah.
Yeah. I got a buddy that's a big tuner and tunes for some of the Street Outlaw guys. And he was like, dude, they make like some of those big guys. I'm not going to name any names who he tunes for exactly. 20 to 30 grand a weekend at an event selling T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, you look at they were showing the numbers on like some of your big artists when you go to like a big venue or a concert or something like that. They expect to make close to $1 million a show just on merchandise.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, because the rest of the show is a losing venture. Putting on concerts costs so much. No, they do not make money on concerts.
Well,
It's all the other
blown
bullshit.
away.
they have to
$1
now
million?
because they don't sell records anymore. Nobody buys CDs or tapes
Well,
or records or anything.
They're all,
That's where
well,
everybody does singles now too.
yes, and it's all the subscription-based services and everything. So they're getting their royalties and everything coming in from the new monetization streams.
Yeah, remember like we were kids, the first thing you did, you'd run out and go buy that new album, and then you buy the $28 concert ticket to go with it, when they're coming in town for that new album. But now it's like concert tickets like $128 for cheap seats.
My wife actually priced some tickets the other night, and they were $400 to $800 a ticket.
I know.
I've seen you guys are lucky enough to be in places
for like floor level.
Yeah, you guys are in places where they actually come to. Turns out they don't come through Southern Oregon very much for anyone. You laugh, but Warren G just came through not too long ago. I saw some people went to that. I was like, oh, that's sad. Oh, it was like somebody took a video. Warren G. Warren G is in what looks to be the bingo hall of a local casino somewhere. And it looks like somewhere your company would rent for the freaking holiday party. And Warren G is up there on the little stage doing the show. And I'm just like, oh no, this is sad on so many levels.
But did you get some of his merch while you were there?
I'm sure somebody did. I didn't go to it. I just saw something.
Maybe a box of toothpicks.
You know what, though?
Fox Can Fix It said put the slave cylinder up on top so you can fill it from there.
So that will work if you want to go with the secondary hydro, because that hydro system has a reservoir that'll go with it, but then you have to have a different set of calipers at that point, right? If you're going to run two separate master cylinders. I'm not a hydro
big brake kit.
Big brake. I think those are two different things, bud.
Yeah, I like the VW idea. You just put one of those VW cutting brakes up on top.
You can mount it low.
I don't hate that.
You can mount it low wherever it goes, and then run a metal cable that just pulls down. It'll work.
You could do that remote the master or somewhere else for that handle.
For that handle. But Okay, so I guess my question is that.
Might not be responsive. But
Okay, so if I came a remote reservoir up top and then came into a Y system to where essentially it tees in, because I don't want to run a whole new caliper system, but you're going to run two different reservoirs? Or you're saying one at the top and then come down to the regular reservoir system
yeah.
and through?
So the handle will just be like a wheel cylinder, basically.
Yeah.
Or a separate master cylinder.
It is, yeah.
Just
And
applying
then,
pressure wherever you're sending it to the back brakes, obviously. So
yeah,
you
Yeah,
grab
but
it,
the
it's
whole
just-
the whole problem with that whole setup would be the tree branches and stuff like that.
hitting it? You think you're going to
Yeah.
get hit in the center? If you put it in the center console up top, like by the rear view mirrors where it would come down, essentially.
I mean, you go across tree branches. Well, as long as it's not up on the roof.
talking about ripping
It'd be
it
inside. No,
off.
it
The
would be
branch
down
have to come
inside
through
the
the
cab.
cab.
Yeah, it'd be down inside the vehicle.
I'm
Think
sorry.
of it hanging upside down from the roof, and so it'd be like the what
Yeah, man.
was it?
It
Be like
could
a
happen.
parachute handle in a drag car.
Oh, we can mount that one where it comes just straight down.
Listen, in case all y'all don't know about me, I don't know shit about any of this stuff. So I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Just owns
What are you
one.
talking about? You own one. You were the second most aficionado on the panel here. I'm looking at it.
He's gonna want
Yeah,
this handle
it
the
took
second
me
you
to
get
last.
underwear.
How long we've been live? 30
No.
minutes to figure out how to get that emblem up there. Okay. I've been playing with that the entire time.
I did see it change earlier. And go, okay, all right, he's
Big
figuring
brain
stuff
it.
out.
Oh, I'm surprised I don't have to call somebody to get on here. I haven't done this in so long.
Hell, the last one probably was one of mine. Shoot,
Probably.
Shopcat, what's up? I still remember the one we did late, and you were getting into the sauce there, and you fell out in that chair right there, just
Yeah.
asleep. I left to go do something, came back, and Dave's just out. I'm like, what's up with Dave? And they're like, oh, he's been asleep for a while. That's fine.
It was only like 4 or 5 in the morning here.
It was early, yeah.
I'm East Coast, so
Me too, Dave.
Random person bingo. Oh man.
Hey, so speaking of merch,
Oh,
I picked up something the other day from one of my favorite artists. You guys want to see it?
was this some Elvis stuff?
Musical artist?
No. Here, check it out.
Oh, hey. Would you look at
Hey.
that? Well, I guess you can't say that you have not sold any merch anymore, huh?
that's right.
I should go check the site. Maybe they'll tell
Actually-
me I still haven't sold merch.
That's a great question because we talked about this after the other day when he brought it up on one of the lives, and he's like, it still doesn't say I sold anything. And I was like, I wonder if these guys are just selling your shit and not paying you anything.
Yeah.
Like that would be the
Oh, you got
Yeah.
somebody handling it for you?
Yeah, it's just through some outfit. You just set it up and
Is
then
that
they
through
take
the
care of it.
YouTube deal?
It
Oh.
took forever to get here. I ordered this weeks ago. I mean,
Wow.
it's been weeks.
oh,
It even got delayed. They sent me an email. They're like, "Oh, your product
Yeah,
is
Fox.
eventually."
Fox ordered some too. I really appreciate it. He told me that. I need to get on there and check, but I got a guy for that. I'll just have to text him.
You're
Got a
gonna
dude
get on
for-
there
he's
and be
got-
like, damn, I got 10 grand sitting there.
yeah, this dude is gonna text you and be like, "Oh yeah, no, we haven't sold anything. They haven't paid me a thing. I don't know. It's weird.
Weird.
It's just
I went
Dave
back
Cook's
to-
brother
I went back to
embezzling.
your, I went back to your store though, and your store was gone.
What?
Take the money and run.
It's gone.
They said they shut the whole thing down and stole your $28, bud.
Taking it on a high note.
Shut it down. We got all we could get. 3 hats and a t-shirt have been sold. Scuttle this scam. It's over.
So what is that through your YouTube page?
So it's through the YouTube page, but then it links you to another outfit that does all the manufacturing and housing and ordering and shipping and processing.
Oh, how was that recording? Oh, shit.
Yeah, I went back to your page, and the little store link was gone.
That's on there.
Is it?
I see it.
Oh, okay.
It's Spread Shop. That's what it is. Spread Shop.
Spread shop. As you said that, I thought you were something
That
else. I
sounds
thought.
dirty.
Yeah, I know. I thought something else was getting ready to come in there. Really,
Let them out. I'm shopping.
really hung on that whole spread shop thing. So I don't know about you guys, but it's still freaking snowing, and I'm so thoroughly over.
You better
it.
keep that snow over there. But I did
Look, you
just
see
fix
it.
the 4-wheel
It's right-
drive, so we're
It's
good.
right there. Right.
I'd
We're
like
supposed to
to
get like
have some of that.
16
Spring
inches by
here.
next Saturday.
I want some spring so bad.
It is. I mean, like the trees are blooming. It's hot.
Yeah.
It was 80 in the shop 2 days ago.
No,
I haven't seen above 35 in the last week and a half.
it was 42 here today. I worked outside the whole day.
It was 60 something here. It
I
was
can't
nice.
do that.
It's been well.
Can't
that's
do
gonna be
that.
the
That's a
interesting
warm
part.
day. That's working outside day.
Not for this southern boy.
Well, I'm going from a Louisiana winter to this, and I'm really having some sort of issues here.
Yeah, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like I went directly from it, so I had some summer and I, was able to roll with some seasons, but it's still a bit of it's an adjustment. Like the worst one, I did a winter in Guam, and then we went to Japan. So I left Guam when it was like 90 degrees and got to Japan. There was 3 feet of snow on the ground, and I was in one day. And you're just like, and everyone got sick because no shit.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, we've had like 5 or 6 big snows in my whole life. I've been here my entire life.
wow.
What state are you in, Dave?
And they're like,
I've-
they shut everything down.
At one time.
Oh,
back in the
Georgia.
day, it
Yeah,
snowed.
Georgia gets snow, and it's not a good. That's like Florida. Florida, Georgia, any of you guys down there get snow. It's a bad day.
Yeah, I'm in North Georgia, so I'm in like the foothills of Blue Ridge Mountains. Literally,
Oh, okay.
you can
So
see
you get
mountains
some.
pretty close, like right up the road. So, but we still don't get when we get snow. It's so hilly here; it just shuts everything down because it's usually got an inch of ice on top of it.
Oh, yeah. I have not seen. I've had snow on the ground here for 3 weeks now, and I've never seen it just stick around. Like normally, we'll get some snow, and then it'll warm up and it'll all melt away, and it is what it is. But it's just lingering, and I'm like, over.
You're in
it.
Southern Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah. Where I was just watching a video the other day of the guys talking about the cartels up in here and all the things they were getting away with back in like the early 2000s and stuff with this area down here and talking about rednecks and huge grow operations and everything. Is I'm just like, oh, I thought that was all just crap my dad was bullshitting about back then. when he
I
would
watched
tell
some
me
shows about
stories.
growing weed out there a couple of shit, probably 10 years ago. They had some
Yeah.
major operations in the mountains out there.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm talking
Isn't
about.
kind of the place when they were like burying containers in the ground and growing underground and stuff like that too?
I literally sit right
I knew
here
some
because
people
that's
did
what
that here.
that is literally what happened, and that's how my dad got this piece of property here.
Yeah.
It's where I sit. Is they pulled 4 cargo containers out of the hillside here, and that's what
Yep.
this pad is.
That's a bat signal.
That is the loudest freaking phone, and why so long? Like, I get it. It's a phone. The phone's ringing. I don't need it to ring the entire 20 minutes. Oh God, aggressive, real aggressive.
For when he comes back, we got to talk about his sales on his website. That's crazy.
What are his sales on his website?
No, I'm just reading reviews. They told him that he hasn't had any sales. He's got reviews on here from November of last year. He sold. There's 553 reviews on just his black hoodie.
Shut up.
I'm serious.
Oh my God. It's probably him getting a phone call from somebody watching this right now. Like, bro, we're getting screwed on these merch.
There's 500 reviews on a hoodie.
On a hoodie, and he hasn't made any money.
I don't even have any sales yet.
I don't have any sales.
Yeah,
Dudes with Wrenches merch is just out there everywhere. These people are making a mint. Oh God, I hope that's not true.
dude, it literally says on there he's rated 4.5 out of 5 stars. He's got 553 reviews.
The telly.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, no, it was even better than that. The guy didn't get busted here with this place. He shuttered the operation. The cops were sniffing around. They had helicopters flying over. He just buried the place, just completely buried it. Moved the whole operation to another place and got busted there. And so they seized that piece of property and let him sell this piece of property, which of course they seized the money as soon as he sold it. But, you know, whatever.
My buddy's got like a 5-acre place with a log cabin on it. He's built a huge shop out back, but it was a meth lab deal, and they got, you know, taken from the guy or whatever.
Those ones are rough too.
They came in and gutted the whole place and redid it before he even bought it. But he got a smoking deal on that place. Oh, yeah. And he builds furniture and cabinets for a living. He's like a master carpenter.
Oh yeah, so you're just refinishing all.
He's about to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, no, man, it was wild, the thing. Well, so, and you got to figure, you know, 10, 15 years of the boom went legal, and then money just dumped in out here from everywhere. You know, legal money, not legal money, dark money. It all showed up, just, you know, gray market, everything. And they went from, I mean, back when the documentaries you were watching them that we were talking about, they were hiking things into the wilderness and growing, you know, massive amounts out there. And then it became legal, and they just started renting land and growing until like
they were like bussing people in to harvest all that shit, to like hike in and hack it and get it out.
Well, and the guy I was watching last night was talking on the YouTube, was like, these guys were coming in from Mexico. They didn't even know where they were. They knew they were on the West Coast, but they had no idea what state they were in. You know what I mean? These guys were just there from Mexico to do their job and do their thing. And if they got busted, it was what it was. And if they made it, they made like
that same carpenter buddy with that meth house he bought. He's got a buddy that was a grower in Colorado, and he's like, the market is tanked on that stuff out there. That it's like you can't make any money on it now.
Well, that's the thing. Everyone was like, we're gonna make all this money, and so they grew so much that it's dirt cheap. So if you're like on the other side, if you're a consumer, it's like it's the boom. It's the best it's ever been. It's pennies on the dollar. You know what I mean? But if you're on the other end
corner and get it for nothing.
So they're down to, you can get ounces of like 30% stuff, like the remnants, small stuff, just whatever. They're like $12.
Damn.
$13, $20, like for some really good stuff. And then, granted, it doesn't look pretty, but who cares? You know. It's just it was what it is here. It's a wild. There are operations going for pennies on the dollars. You know, you want 10, 15 acre place with everything you could ever want to grow the craziest whatever you want to grow. I mean, because it doesn't have to be whatever. They've got greenhouses with all of the stuff set up, but what are you going to grow? You know, they're like, hey, this stuff is worth millions of dollars, but to no one.
So you flood the market, just like anything.
Yep. So it's all right now. Everyone's trying to sell things, and the market is all overinflated because of the money that came in. Everyone's like, well, I dumped $1 million. I went and looked at a place. It was up on a hill. It's 256 acres, and nothing is done legally. It's got 400 amp service to 260 by 30 buildings. But nothing's permitted. The power's just laying on the ground. Like the cables are just running along the ground. It's bad. You could tell they just left in a hurry. Like they backed the U-Haul truck or whatever into the building so they could unload all the stuff and just go. And they're like, oh yeah, we need what they want. 800,000 is what they wanted when they started for it. And I'm just like, this is a disaster. No one is going to come in here. You're going to have to pay someone to come clean this up. What are you talking about? Like, it's still for sale. They're down to 6. They started at 800 and they're down to 650, I think.
How much land?
250 acres.
That's on top of land.
It's the problem. It's too much land.
Is it all mountainside land or what?
No, it's the entire top of a mountain.
So it's usable at some.
I'm gonna pull this up. Let me find it.
Did you build a trail system for your side-by-side stuff?
That's what I've talked about doing with this one. I've talked to dudes and John about this one a couple of different times. Let me pull it up for you guys.
Like in Tennessee, it's huge, like side-by-side ATVs and buggies and rock crawl and all that stuff in East Tennessee. And I'd love to go there and get in on some of that stuff.
I'm going to West Virginia 2 weeks.
Yeah, Hatfield stuff.
Yep, Hatfield
Yeah.
McCoy Trail System.
So we started riding Windrock years ago. Now Windrock and Hatfield is you can ride from Tennessee to West Virginia all through the trail system. It'll take you a few days to do it.
Yeah.
But they let you ride out into the towns now everywhere in Tennessee and West Virginia. So you can go get fuel and go get a hotel or whatever you want to do. You don't have to even rough it.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. This would be my third time going, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I've never done the side by side thing, but I was pretty big into 4-wheelers and stuff for a while.
The first time I went, I didn't have the side by side. I only had the 4-wheeler, and it was, we rode for 2.5 days, and I mean, after the first day, it was just
It better be in shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in good shape. Round.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't do the 4-wheeler stuff for long periods of time anymore like that. It's just too rough. I bought a jet ski I was still in my 20s then. And I mean, we'd go ride that thing for a couple hours at the lake, and I wouldn't be able to hardly walk the next day.
Yeah.
All right, here is this place. So those are your buildings you get. That's the house, that shack right there.
All it needs a bed and a kitchen.
You can see, this is where I was talking there. They hit the awning when they backed up the truck to it to unload this thing when they were getting out of here. See the cable on the ground right here, that cable? That's the 200 amp a piece on each one of those cables running to the freaking to the meter.
Wow.
I'm a live wire.
Seriously. All right, so that's down the hill. This is what the top of the property looks like. So what I just showed you there is actually down this way.
What is that?
These are greenhouses.
Oh.
And this is the top of that mountain. So all of this is what's for sale. And you look out upon all of that. So down this hillside is where the house I was just showing you was. It's down in there. There's the house. Look at the power. That's the power that runs. So the meter is right here, over here by the totes and everything, and these little trees. And then that power just runs around the house.
On the inside, how y'all do it in Oregon?
That's how they did it. When you're inside, you can see outside along where the wall meets the chimney. It's pretty cool. There's water tanks everywhere.
A little fun. We'll seal that up.
So yeah, here's a good. You can see. So the house is here, and then the greenhouses are right here, and you get all of this is part of your 256 acres. The whole top of this thing.
That's still pretty cool property. I mean,
It is cool.
It is. Oh,
cool.
it's. Yeah, okay, here's a better look at it. So you got the houses down here with power and everything. There's no power up here. So now my idea is it's already been leveled, like here and here where these pads are. And this trail system comes in, and this is how you get to over here as you come in along and it goes around. If you took these out and just made spots for people's toy hauler RVs or whatnot, and then you can park and go riding on all the trails you could build in here on 200 and some acres. And then you see there's riding on all of those hills and everything you see there.
So I'm assuming you've got water plumbed up there to those greenhouses and maybe power.
They don't have power up there. I know they got the greenhouses had water tanks. So there's like 10 or 15 of these tanks up there. I don't know if they're trucking the water up there.
Collecting rainwater, maybe?
A lot of times what they were doing
4 tanks down here, and there's a well down there for sure. I know that.
They pump the water up to the tanks and then gravity feed it down to the building, so that way it feeds all that stuff.
So you see that pad right there of wood right here? That had a bunch of pumps and things and plumbing all to it. And they had one here and they had another one down at that other site down there. So this is all a Mexican
full water up there. You could definitely do an RV site up there,
Oh yeah. Well, and you got to figure out how to get that up there, but none of this was zoned for this. So that becomes
there's zoning up there?
Oh yeah, this is all forest commercial and whatnot.
You get out in hillbilly land here, it's like you do whatever the fuck you want.
Yes, to an extent, because this building's here and no one's telling you to come take it down, but
They could.
Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, what are you getting into? It was funny because the realtor, when I went to go look at it, was like, well, they put over $1 million in infrastructure into this place. And I was like, and they just took over $2 million worth of product out of here in the last 2 months. So I don't know what I mean, just because they put the money in doesn't mean anything. At this
You
point,
think
the
they were
place is
growing weed
scuffed.
there?
Oh, I know they were.
Okay.
Because this is where I ride. I ride in those mountains around, so I've been watching this place the whole time since I moved home. And I was like, who is growing right now? It's a weird time to grow because, like you said, no one's growing anymore. It's just a dead market. So with the fact these guys were still growing, I was like, that's weird. And then we had fires this year, and the helicopters were in the air. And 2 weeks after the fires, they stiffed landowners and dipped and just left them with this mess. No money, no nothing. Just gone.
So they were renting?
Yes,
They
the,
had
the
like a lease on it?
cartel. The cartel had a lease on it, essentially. I mean,
So you think it's like
not cartel, but cartel. I mean,
right.
so that's what they did this last year. The cartels leased from everyone that was getting out of the business and had been leasing for years. They ran one last long run and then dipped and moved it because they're just moving the operation to the next place that it's cheap to freaking grow.
Yeah, my buddy said, like, I don't know anything about that business. I don't care anything about it, but my buddy said that he thinks that they're looking for like the big tobacco companies to take that over, basically that market.
The problem is the margins are too small for Philip Morris has some spots out here where they do have some interest in that type of thing, and it's spotty at the moment.
Yeah.
Looks like they ran the wire to code though.
They did once they got in. I mean, the certain things were done right, but I mean, look, you can see the poles dug in, it was right, but then they're like, we'll just bring it along here and trench it there. Sure, why not? Like, that'll do. You know, they got AC on them. I mean, these two shops, look at that. Like, you could do something with this. But what?
They're almost like chicken houses.
They are,
so
yeah.
long and narrow. How wide are they?
I want to say they're 30 by 100 or something like that.
It's pretty narrow. That's about as wide as my building.
Oh yeah, here's the bedroom inside of her cot. So that's the one bedroom. That's the bathroom. Also the entryway.
That
This
place
is-
looks pretty great.
That's the
Look at
house.
The TV. That's the house, the shack, yeah. The fireplace is behind this picture being taken. Oh, that's it. That's all you get. We don't get to see the fireplace. I would have taken a picture of the fireplace. I think it's a real good. So yeah, 265.17 acres. Oh shit, we're down to 629 now, boys. One bed, one bath. I think that might be a little generous.
I think you're right.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, getting a loan on that would be a problem.
Oh, you can't.
know.
You can't.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best part. It says it down low in there. It's like owner will carry with a sizable down payment,
Yeah, like 95%.
which I found out. Oh no, I found out they owe $410,000 on that jalopy.
It'll go foreclosed and you can buy it for dirt cheap.
Yep, that's where I'm at with it because no one is touching that with a 10-foot pole, especially not. It's in what you see is what you get. It's left exactly like you see in the pictures. That's how it was left, and no one has touched it.
What is in that area? I'm not familiar with that part of the country at all.
Nothing. You're
Mountains.
looking at it. Yeah, you see those pictures
There's
right
no
there. You're
resorts like close by or anything like that.
Nope. It's
No
I'm in a retirement town, realistically. People made their money wherever, came here and retired, and there's nothing here but the things to take care of said retired people, essentially. It was mills and woodworking and logging and all of that, but that's been kind of wrung out over the years, you know?
I'm surprised no one's gone up there and stripped all the copper out of those buildings.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't really tell you if they have or haven't. There is a house right next door. It is in a spot where there are some houses, so it's not the... That's what I should pull up is on it. I
We
don't
had
know
hunting
what it's like
property
anymore.
and the meth heads would strip. They would go cut the cords off our coffee pots,
Yes.
and microwaves, and they would.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable for a while in this one place we had. We had a place right outside of Athens, Georgia, which is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from UGA, and it was terrible. Couldn't keep the thieves out of it.
Oh, man, too soon, Fox.
Oh yeah. I haven't been keeping up with that, but man, what's the latest on that deal?
I haven't either. It's the one nice thing about living in the middle of nowhere. I don't keep up on the news, but it doesn't look good from the little bits I have seen. I actually did. I heard a cat the other night coming home that got me a little bit pep in my step. I don't know if it was a little cat or a big cat, but it was dark.
Man.
Oh, they're out here. That's a thing.
I
No,
bet.
that's a thing we have. Like I make sure me and at least 16 of my little friends are with me when I'm walking around out in the woods out here, because bears and animals and
We got a lot of coyotes and every occasional black bear, but
This guy in the house, Cletus. What are you doing? You want to hop in? Let me know. I'll send you the link. Yeah, you guys get some wildlife down there, right?
yeah, nothing too nothing that's going to kill you for the most part.
Well, I mean, a black bear will get you if you.
Yeah, they're scared of you for the most part.
You
The only
take that
encounters
shot.
I've ever had is like they freaking take off running.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough every time I've seen one that's the case, but I've heard, you get them with their cubs, man.
Yeah, that's a different story probably.
Yeah, I've seen a couple small black bears on my trail cameras around here, but
They're basically like huge possums. They just get in your garbage can and turn everything upside down and then take off.
I don't worry about the bears. I worry about the bears from the fact that I know like a 9mm is going to not easily stop one that wants to come play with you.
Better have at least a 40 cal or bigger.
Yeah, and that's if you're in where there's bear, exactly.
Multi-round.
Yes.
Multi-clip.
The cats are what I worry about. Now, and a 9mm will
Yeah.
take care of a cat, but you better hope you can get that out and on target before that cat because you're not going to get a warning like you will with a bear.
Like down our hunting property, somebody that was not too far from where we have our land got attacked by a bobcat, like a rabid bobcat. He was going out to get some firewood at his place, take it in the house, and he said he had a Carhartt jacket on. That's the only thing that saved him because the thing just came out of nowhere, just tore him up.
Yeah.
But that Carhartt was, tough enough to
Strong.
keep him from being shredded.
Well, yeah,
I'm
it'll
pretty sure
take
he'd
some
be
of it.
screwed.
Yeah.
I ran into a bobcat one day in my old house, walking around the shed. We came to the corner and ran right into each other. We just looked at each other, and both of us backed up and went our separate ways.
I ran into one opening our gate at that property one time, and I didn't even see it. I got out of my truck, and the grass, it was summertime, and the grass had started growing up in the road, and I went to just go out and do the lock and open the gate, and it was, I didn't get to the gate. It jumped up and ran up our road towards my camper, of course, like right towards my camper.
Oh,
But
shit.
That freaked me out. You hardly ever see them. There's, but
That's what concerns me with being like I have seen a bear and you can hear them normally because they're not the quietest things in the woods.
Right.
The cats are quiet when they move. And I've talked to a couple people that have seen cats. I've run across a couple of bobcats here and there, or maybe a small cougar. It's hard to tell, but nothing big. I've seen some big ones on game cams that people have around the neighborhood. So I know they're here, but that's the part I don't like because I know they see me. Like, I know they know where I'm at.
oh yeah, they know. Mountain lions are crazy.
Yeah.
Brown bears and mountain lions, I don't want to have anything to do with.
We get a brown bear every now and again that'll stumble into the valley from somewhere, and it normally ends with being a problem until someone, takes care of the bear.
I have a bobcat story.
Ooh.
Not like your bobcat story.
Is it a cougar story
Well,
or a bobcat?
she was my aunt. Hey. So
wait a minute. This is your aunt? That's just like an Alabama type bobcat story.
So I used to mow the lawn for my great aunt Barbara, and
Yes.
she had like 6 cats. And she lived in the Loess Hills of Iowa, which is like the only hills we really got around, and they're
So
special.
you guys have hills?
Yeah, it's one hill. It's
There's
fine.
one.
It's over there. It's that one.
Yeah. You can see it from everywhere. I mean,
'Cause it's, yeah.
so she says, I rescued this cat I found in a trap.
Oh shit!
Oh boy.
And we're like, okay. And
In a
she's been
trap.
raising this cat.
It was
You
like a cougar trap or like a cat,
Yeah, like
for
bear
trapping
trap.
bobcats. Yeah, weird.
So she rescues this little cat.
Oh, hold on. Do it in
Smooth narrator voice.
Yeah.
So she rescued this cat, and she said, "I'm just raising it. I got it all healthy again." And
Damn,
it
I
was a
wish I
little
had a
cat at the
bass.
time.
Hit him with the smooth jazz bass line.
So we went through a whole winter her raising this cat, and I came back to mow her yard, and
What's
I
she
knew she
feeding this cat the whole time? Like
We'll-
cat food,
we'll-
or is
we'll
she?
get to that.
Oh, we're getting there.
We'll
Okay,
get to that.
sorry.
There used to be a lot of cats. You'd come in, hey Barbara, where's your cats at? Oh, the new cat doesn't let those cats meet people anymore. Like what? Like, oh, he's over there, and this cat walks in, and it's a small dog. Like it's like that's not a cat, Barbara. That's something else. I don't know what that is. That's a wild cat. Oh no, he's fine. What do you feed him? Raw hamburger and just whatever he wants.
Oh, he takes what he wants. It turns
Yeah,
out.
and none of the other cats would even come out of the room because he'd sit there and growl. And
Oh, so they actually were still around. I thought this was like.
Around.
Oh yeah, no, I thought like he doesn't let them come out of the room. Like, no, those cats are dead, Barbara. He's eating them.
And this cat just hung out, and it'd be kind of crazy because you go mow the yard, and this cat was around for a few years before somebody found out she had him.
And they're like, you can't have that.
Yeah. So I remember the day, like a house cat, you sit down in the recliner and you talk to Great Aunt Barbara, and all of a sudden this cat sits on the end table next to you, and it's sitting taller than you're sitting in the chair, and you're just kind of like,
And it's looking at you like, are you gonna fucking pet me or what, bud?
yeah, and it's just like, brrrah, brrrah. I'm like, oh,
Intimidated by this fucking cat.
I'm just like, She's like, I'm not telling anybody I have it. I think it's a wild cat. I'm like, yeah, it is.
Links or what?
Yeah. So it was like full on lynx. And she had that thing for like 5 years before somebody turned it in. And they're like, yeah, you can't have wild animals in your house.
It's not wild.
Aw.
Does it look like a wild animal? It's just a cat in the
Sits right
house.
there.
It's fucking potty trained, bud.
Yeah.
Somebody pulled up in traffic behind me one time. It's like 25 years ago. I was working. It was in the 90s. I know because I was at the Volvo dealer test driving a car.
It's a wild
And
time there.
I looked in my rearview mirror, and it was like a 90 Chevy pickup, and there's a freaking lynx with his paws up on the front dash and his head up in the windshield, and it's the ears got those things that come off the
tassels or whatever they
Yep.
are. Yeah.
I had to like spin around and like get a real look at it. It was crazy. We're in like metropolitan Atlanta. There's a freaking lynx riding shotgun in this dude's truck.
Hey.
Listen,
Not
I'll tell
pulling
you
over
what,
that
I've heard lots of stories of cats in the southern states. Like I didn't realize I knew before Tiger King that was a thing. I did know of it, but I didn't realize how prevalent that really is with you crazy rednecks and your fucking cats.
I've got a friend of a friend that's got a collection of them that's not far from where I live. I've never met this dude, but
listen, after being in the military and talking to people from, and now everyone maybe have their bullshit stories, but I've met a couple of people that knew some people in the middle of nowhere that had
private
some
stuff.
animal. Yeah.
I got something for you.
Crazies.
We're going to change subjects altogether and go from predator cats to predator birds.
We haven't talked about that a whole. Oh, wait a minute! You got a bird story now?
Birds? No, this is Iowa for you,
I had to
bud.
kill a bird that got in a damn rat trap in the shop the other day. A sticky pad.
Oh no!
I had one in the shop the other night. I was trying to get it out, and I spent like 2 hours trying to get it out of the damn shop. And I was like, I thought it flew out because I didn't see it anymore, so I shut it down and I went to bed. I came back out yesterday morning, and it was stuck like on the wall in one of those mouse pad sticky traps.
Oh, that sucks.
Man, you
This
ain't
is a
getting it
new
out of that.
thing in our area. We just have flocks of bald eagles.
These dudes look like a gang too. Like,
Really?
look at that
Yeah.
photo. These dudes are just like, how much you got in your pockets? Look at the chain.
These things, we drive up north to work, and you'll see these things just hanging out in trees, like 6, 7 of them. And they hunt because everything's so flat and usually there's not a tree. They'll hunt the fields kind of like, people that hunt deer that push deer, where they get in a big circle around a deer and they try to push it into an area. These eagles will walk on the ground, just following something, pushing their prey until it like pops up. And then whoosh, it's like, I don't know how you guys can survive.
The actual size of these fucking things are wild too. Because when you say pushing, they're large as they lumber across the ground.
Yeah, they're not a little bird.
We got a lot of hawks, but we don't have. We've got a few eagles at some of the lakes around, but nothing like that.
There's a
buzzards.
There's a
we
farmer
have buzzards
here.
like that.
Yeah, we have turkey buzzards too. They're huge.
Yeah.
There's a farmer near here that puts dead deer out in the middle of his field, and you'll see bald eagles from time to time out there. They're massive. Just chomping on the dead
that'd
deer.
be a good YouTube channel.
We used to get the bald eagles on Andrews all the time. They would come up on the flight line and be picking off whatever was running around the flight line, in the grass and whatnot. Like, that's most places.
Have any of you guys see my vulture videos?
I don't.
Probably not.
Oh yeah, when you had the baby vultures and
I got baby vultures.
Thing. Yeah.
In the trailer.
Yeah.
They're still around. They apparently come back every year. The mom vulture.
That's her spot. What were you saying, John?
I was just going to read what Cletus wrote about y'all being butt pirates and trying to meet up this year or something.
Figured you'd want to read that part. I don't know. We need to do something, but it's I don't know. I'm not driving back to Arkansas. I can tell you that much. That was a long drive.
Go to Georgia and finish this damn Trans Am I've had in the shop for 3 years.
Man, I've been
watching. Has it been 3 years?
I mean, I went to work driving a truck for like 7 or 8 months and didn't touch it. There's been long periods of time with no work.
Yeah, because he was working on that a year and a half ago or whatever it was, and he had been in there for a year and a half at that point.
Shit, like 2
what
years.
Trans Am you got? What year Trans Am is it?
It's a 77. It's bandit looking, I guess. It's a hard time.
Oh yeah, Dave's the one you want to talk to there, John. He's
okay.
Yeah.
It's a bandit car. It's just doing an LS3 swap. I also did vintage air kit and changed the fuel system, and I mean it's just I basically tore the whole damn car apart.
Second
Putting
season
it back together for my buddy for the last 3 years. It's become a fixture in my shop.
Dudes, we can't hear you. Yeah, no. I saw your lips moving. I was like, nope.
How about now?
Oh, hey, it works way better when you turn it on. Yep, I saw that.
I was massaging it wrong, and it decided to stop working.
So what were you saying there?
I saw Cletus in the chat there, and we're talking Volvo things, and I was just wondering what the Volvo was doing.
Yeah, what is the Volvo doing? What is
it's been about a year. What's the Volvo doing?
I did. I sent Cletus an invite. If he's not doing anything, come on in. Yeah, I would be interested to see it because you're right. We are right. This is when we were doing the build up for the build.
Yeah, I'm sitting here right now going, that thing was taking up space in my yard, but now I'm like 16 cars deep right now, and I need to do something about that.
Is that thing tagged and drivable or what?
But
he's got dealer plates, so yes.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Last I heard, the shocks were an issue.
You don't need those.
Well, the front shocks had completely left the chat, and the rear shocks were truck shocks. So it had a real
Fronts
rake.
are struts on that car, right?
Yeah, something going on with that.
Yeah,
it was a 960, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
yes.
got the struts.
Yeah.
Struts. It's a unibody, yeah. Struts.
Oh, man, I made a bunch of money on those cars back in the 90s. They were so easy to work on. Not with LSs, but...
Really? It wasn't that bad?
The LS wasn't the hard part. The 4L80 was the hard part.
Yeah.
Because if we would have put a T56 or a freaking small manual...
I want a Magnum 6-speed really bad for my El Camino.
Yes.
So you can hit the thanks tab on my YouTube channel, and
Magnum. What's special about the
it's
Magnum?
never been touched.
It was just supposedly built stronger to handle the frickin' the Viper motors. Is
What's that?
what they tell the T56 Magnums.
Oh yeah, the Magnum, like the way they do them now, like we've got a friend that lives in Canada that comes down. He did Sick Week. He won stick shift class the last 2 years in a row. Richard Guido. He's got a 1,500 horsepower GTO, 65 GTO with a Magnum 6-speed in it.
Yeah,
It runs 860s at 160 in the quarter. And
now, I don't know what the difference was between
7,000 plus miles 2 years in a row from Canada to Florida, pulling a little trailer and back.
Jesus.
It's a
So what you're saying is it's got an amazing clutch.
yeah. He's
Oh,
got
they're
it
only like
figured out.
$3,500. Just go get one, Dad. I mean, come on, Dad.
Yeah, that tranny, it's face plated. First 4 gears are
Hell
face
yeah.
plated, so no synchros.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Yeah, so you're just yanking them.
You just
Yeah,
and
that's like
fifth and
Leroy.
sixth is
shit like
synchro.
that. Oh, okay. So, well, I guess
So-
you're never going to be slamming those gears on a drag strip.
No, not
You get to
fast six.
sixth.
You just use
Standing mile.
4 gears on a quarter mile.
Well, so I know so I've got a T56 behind a LS2 essentially, and with the rear end geared on that Z, it how fast were we going that one time on that one place, John?
Which time are you talking about?
With the BMWs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking on the way up to Ohio or whatever.
Yeah, no, we were going to PA for Carlisle. Actually, we were going to Carlisle for that show.
Wow.
We had a pair of Beamers come up on us, and they rolled up and did the whole room and whizzy noises and whatnot. And I hit the cutouts and stomped on that thing, and they wanted to play. And we went going until we passed an undercover cop, and I got over like, okay, we're screwed. And the other guy got off the freeway like in a hurry. And the other guy said, screw it, and just went. And the cop came out, and then he really went. And I looked at John. I was like, I think we just watched a high-speed pursuit. that cop hesitated for a minute, and this Beamer shot out black smoke out the pipes and went to the like median, like the side, and just shot past everyone at a high rate of speed. And we were just like, oh.
Yeah, I think he would have took us if he had did that. It would.
Oh, whatever he did
took off.
Yes, because I mean we were cooking. I don't know. I was probably I looked at 130 something when I clicked into fifth, and then from there I didn't really pay attention to the speed anymore after that.
Bye, bye.
Those things are crazy.
Are you kidding me right now?
Maybe.
Yeah, that
DD Speed Shop Live, 1,046 watching.
Well, yeah. So Didi's live right now, huh?
Yeah. With about 1,000 people.
Well, I mean, how many of those are from old Derek?
Well, maybe. I mean,
Has that come out yet? Have they been pushing
he's
that
talking
yet?
about it. I'm not listening. I'm just watching, but he's got a Vice Grip Garage hat on. So
There you go.
Hey, dudes, when you talk to your merch representatives, you need to let them know that you have 553 reviews on products that you've sold. So you need to make sure you get on that.
Yeah, you weren't here for that part when you're during your phone call. He went onto your thing and looked. You have that many reviews on T-shirts.
what?
On a
Go
black on your website. I was like, "Ooh, I like that." And I scrolled down. I was looking at the reviews, and I'm like, 553 reviews. Jesus.
What about giggling and stroking the beard? Because I pretty much do that already.
These 500 things might have been sold. That's not possible.
Well, it's possible, but you
Or
didn't
somebody's
get any
just
of
like,
the
the
money.
reviews are just like, this shit's too expensive.
I don't know if it's from that seller. He
Dude,
probably
what's up, brother?
integrated some reviews or whatever.
Yeah, your seller's paying for fake reviews on your
There's
shit.
13 products with this design. Where do you see reviews?
Scroll down to the bottom. It says customer feedback. You have 553 customer feedbacks.
Now, is that for the whole website or just for your dude's merch?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out here.
But it shouldn't
Okay, I'm
be
down at the bottom. It says customer feedback, 4.5 stars, 5 stars, 377, 4 stars, 102, 3 stars, 41. So yeah, if
Bro,
you add
those all
those
from-
up,
Is that all from
It's
your
It's
merch?
553. I've added it
Great.
up.
I've done the math.
Yeah, I did the math.
You'll notice accurate. There's a 1-star review.
From a guy who took forever to get his damn
there's-
hat.
Yeah,
Something about shipping.
January 5th on 22.
These have to be fake.
They are. Back
Oh,
in
that is-
January of last year, never got the product.
It
Oh,
could be,
somebody
those could be because the guy sells black T-shirts with other people's designs on it. That could be
Yeah.
just the reviews for.
Yeah, because
all-
none of them pertain to like dudes with wrenches. Anything.
Yeah, there you go. There's
Do
Nice
they mention
product.
any?
But smaller
all
than
this one
expected.
type of T-shirt.
It's smaller than expected. That's the review right there.
I like the hoodie very much. I'm very happy with the purchase. Never got the product. Very well fabricated.
What? What?
Yeah.
Not sure where you get that from. But
Wow.
You know what I was
Never-
reading? Okay, so I bought this. I bought this on Amazon.
Okay.
This is a water jug.
I mean,
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty simple. You buy a water
Yeah.
jug. It's got the lid. It tightens. Not much to read about, right? I mean,
Now it's got to be at least somebody that's got like 3-4 paragraphs on it.
Well,
Cletus.
funny
Have a
thing
good night,
about
brother.
Amazon, their reviews are not done by
yeah.
the people selling or any of the questions that get asked. It's just done by other random people who buy them. So people just ask questions like, hey, can you boil water in it? And everybody's like, well, it's a vacuum sealed container, so it's probably a bad idea. It won't do keeping things cold when you're done. So there's a lot of like just remarks like, why do you need something to boil?
So it's
like,
a troll section is essentially
oh,
what you're
it
talking.
is
Yeah.
glorious. Like
Yeah.
I sat there for an hour reading about it, and there was one like, so this is the half gallon, and there's a 1 gallon.
I'm with Chris on this one. Is there a fire hazard Fairlane hoodie?
Oh, there
Like,
should be. I'm not
like,
big on
why
the
is-
merchandise thing. I should probably get
I
on
feel
that.
like you should probably take a little more
Effort.
control.
Put some more skills into drawing shirts and like
Yeah.
making something.
Fire hazard Fairlane wife beater. I'm in.
Oh, dang.
My
There's a market for that.
God.
Is the
he's
wife beater
not
happy
fucking
bright yellow
wrong.
with a white car, or like
I
a
think you go
back-shadowed
multiple variations, but yeah, no, he's right. It should be I don't know. I don't almost think Merle should be on the fucking wife beater though.
yeah?
I
I,
feel like
I did
that's-
draw a picture one time of a third gen Camaro wearing a mullet like a car's car. I always thought that would sell well.
Well, yeah, that's a great question because you have put little to no of your actual effort into the merch side of it, but you're the artistic one who draws the cool things.
Yeah.
So that doesn't
Wow.
really make sense, I guess.
If you
'Cause
want to read
if I-
something funny about third gens, go to walterracecraft.com, I think it is. He has a this hilarious thing. All he does is third gen LS swap stuff. It's hilarious. His write up.
Hilarious because he LS swaps, or
No, he's talking about mullets and things like that.
oh, I got it.
Oh
So
yeah, if you
here's
get one of these, you'll grow your own mullet and
Here's my
yeah,
old third gen,
dude.
but I had that car
My-
for 20 years.
my long-term
Oh, wow.
goals with mine is I just want to do like good guys, track stuff.
Oh, I
That's what I
thought your
drove in
goal
high
with yours was assaulting, barbecue equipment.
Well, yeah, that happens occasionally.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Second gen.
I love that car. I wish I'd have
And then,
never
like
sold
a
it.
Fairmont or something behind it.
That was a parking lot where I worked at the Dodge dealer.
Sweet
That was-
Fairmont, Dave.
I'm here for the Fairmont.
That was the day I sold that car. I believe we tried to we were going to do a bunch of donuts and film it. It was like on a camcorder because no one had a phone on camera back
Yeah,
then.
back then, yeah.
And something weird happened and it wouldn't run or something. I was like,
That's
what the hell?
happens
Moving
when
to
you try to
work.
show off.
But it was the day I was yanking the motor and I sold it rolling
Oh, yeah.
and put that drivetrain in that black car. And
The Fairmont?
no, I never owned a Fairmont.
I was just
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
Fairmont behind that car?
My battery light is already flashing at me, dudes.
I think that might be a Buick.
You think so? Hold it up there again.
We're gonna swap.
Oh yeah, it's like a Pontiac
Battery.
Pisani or whatever the heck those things are.
Yeah, some grandpa.
My bad.
Right.
Cool
We
for some
changed-
Paramount.
Be
You
like
got a
cool if it was
battery on your
thermal.
I got
webcam?
family rolling in.
No, dude.
Oh, she done. You gotta order the thing. It's $50, but you gotta order it. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not doing it. I
Throw away
refuse to
those
do
batteries. Hey
I'm just
John,
gonna-
you want to pitch in? We're gonna buy him a plug-in for
Nope,
his camera.
don't you do it.
What type of camera are you using?
I'm
It's,
using
the
the Canon
M50?
because it gives me a better image. Because this is what dudes
Yeah.
has talked me into. Well, before dudes and I started
Like,
hanging
it's
out,
better.
somehow we both bought the same camera.
Yep.
And then we started talking to each other about said camera, and he found a bunch of things that he does with the camera, and I found a bunch of things that I do with the camera, and neither of us do the same things with the camera.
No.
So now I'm trying to use it for.
Let's talk to
Yes.
Dave.
Do you have a tripod for said camera?
Hey Dave, were you saying you need to go?
No, I just got kids. My family just showed up, so I'm gonna mute y'all for just a minute.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, if you gotta go, bro.
Nice. He's gonna stay. He's just talking to somebody.
He's got
Why aren't you using
family.
a regular webcam?
Because my
Because it doesn't have
webcam
this
is
amazing
doo
quality.
doo.
Then get a new webcam. They're like $15, bro.
Coming from the guy that's not even on a webcam.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
one that I'm waiting for that's $200 and some dollars. If I see, I don't have a problem spending money on nice stuff.
Well, I'm just saying I already own
Brian
this
does.
camera.
$200 for a webcam? Oh, I definitely have a problem spending money on
And
this
I
stuff.
already
Yeah.
own this
Becky,
camera.
what is up?
So, free.
Well, yeah, and that's what it was. Dude's giving me a hard time about my freaking camera, and I'm like, well, I already got the one that he uses. Why as well? And then I find out it's
I'm
a
getting
stupid
the
power thing.
Stream Deck camera. Then waiting for that new 4K whatever one to
Oh,
come
so
out.
it can be with your buttons that you push.
Yeah,
I haven't even hooked mine up yet. I got the cool
Nope.
Stream Deck and I don't even use it.
I still haven't gotten the. We don't do these enough to just like if we were doing something like this
Podcast.
or podcast or something like that, that would make a lot more sense. But we don't. You know.
Do not wash in the dishwasher. Yeah, it says that on the container. Stupid people. Trying to find some good ones.
John, I went and started the Z up the other day. How do you get the
Oh,
mileage
yeah?
off it? Yeah.
well, how'd that smell?
It actually smells good.
Yeah,
She's definitely still rich. It needs to be tuned.
I miss that car.
See, that's the problem with that car. It needs to be tuned. There's no one here that can tune it. It's on the old.
No place to drive it.
Wow, there's plenty of places to drive it. It's just
Once you drive
is it-
out of the wilderness.
Oh, well, right now there's a tree in the driveway, so yeah, you're not getting it out of there. I can do loop. I can do the loop around the driveway a bunch.
You need to get new tires for it. You haven't put new tires on that thing.
It has
in-
brand new tires on it. I just put them on
Yeah,
last
they did that.
last spring.
Because they were bald skis.
No, they were dry rotted and bald skis.
Dry bald skis.
Dry bald skis. Yeah, it was yeah.
Literally skis.
It gets better. I like to say it gets way better traction, but it really doesn't. It destroys those poor minivan tires I put on it.
They put cheapos on there.
I put the cheapest SUV tires you could put on it or whatever it was.
Jesus, boy.
Well, here's the thing. You and I both know the back tires the tires on that are just going to get destroyed. The back tires are just going to get burnt off. So
You
expensive
could put a real
tires.
set of tires on it, but then it would be all like snappy axles and stuff. So
Okay, so if you went that far, but on the street, you're still not going to bend or snap axles because you're going to just burn them off. You're going to have to be on like good.
Why don't you
crap.
just put them like street slicks instead of drag slicks? Just put street slicks.
they're expensive and they do the same thing even faster.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
don't-
I put on cheap tires and I will turn them into street slicks.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking to a
Hooligan
guy
style.
who just hit 400 miles on his side by side and already have 3 sets of tires for this thing with an extra spare.
Yeah,
So-
you're out of control.
That meet I was at today, they had
yeah.
a portable tire machine truck there, and they were selling used tires. So these guys were putting the tires on their car, then burning them off, like immediately burning them off, and then going and getting more tires to burn off.
That's kind of neat.
Where
Oh,
was
it's
this
great.
event? Where was this event at?
It's at a place called Custom Tees Motorsports Park.
Okay.
It's in,
So it's like a
Colonial
it's
Beach.
legit place.
Colonial Beach. Oh, okay. Is that where Bean goes at the drag strip? Is out at Colonial Beach, John?
No, he goes to MIR. Or no, he got kicked out of most of them, but he just got his cage put in.
I was gonna say Colonial Beach was the one he got kicked out of a while back.
Yeah, the 8th Mile track, I think.
I think Colonial Beach.
They
is
don't-
8 Mile.
I can't imagine them kicking anybody out at that track. That's
He didn't have a cage in his car.
yeah.
He
I'm
was-
telling you that's not really needed at that place. They
It might have been MIR where they kicked him out.
I know he's been
MIR
kicked out of
is-
MIR.
I don't
Yeah.
think Custom Cheese is even like I don't.
Well,
think
I don't
they-
know if Custom Tees is the place or not. I just know there was a place in Colonial Beach that Bean would go drag racing, and it was like that street, like no arm, no prep type stuff that he would go do up there.
Yeah, this
called
place
arm
has a
drop.
burnout pit behind the drag strip where they. I mean, I saw a couple people get hit by cars today. It wasn't a big deal.
So a couple people.
Couple people.
yeah.
Where at?
I
went
went
to
In the
custom-
same incident, or
He went to Pusher T's freaking burnout competition up somewhere.
I'll tell you, it's not a burnout competition. They call it. I think they call it slinging or swinging.
up, brother?
It's not
Oh, yeah, they do that in Atlanta where they block the road and they start doing donuts in the middle of the road
Yeah,
and they
so-
call it street racing on the news. I'm like, it's not street racing.
it's not
Yeah,
serious.
so
and
these are the same-
there's a name
these are
for
the
that.
People that do that. These are the same
Idiocracy.
people that do that. Only this is at a track where they're doing it. But
Well,
when
so
they're
that
not at the
they're
track
doing the
doing
same thing the street racers and everyone did once they got in trouble for doing all that shit in the
That's
streets.
like
they just
Cletus's burnout
went
parties
somewhere.
or whatever he
Yes, exactly. They're bringing their own
these
place
dudes-
too.
These dudes run into people, run into
Oh
other
yeah,
cars.
Becky.
I mean, the guys with the cameras go out in the middle of the track, and these cars are just doing donuts around them. And occasionally they get hit. No biggie.
Hey, that might be good footage. Where's that at?
Becky, you have a good night, brother.
I got a ton of it on my phone, but I literally came back from that meet and got on this live. So I'll eventually.
So-
see that.
I have some questions to that. I don't know if that looks like we lost Chad. I don't know. So I put up some stuff with the golf cart when I first did it for shorts, and I had a couple get ad monetizations. All right, sister, I'll give you brother, sister, which I call everyone brother, Becky. Becky, everyone's brother
You can
on
call
every
him brother.
single one. I did, but everyone's brother. It's equal opportunity, Becky. But
I didn't
I'll
want
go
to
with
say anything.
sister.
I didn't want to say anything, but she said she did. I had to laugh.
Hey, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Yeah, they wouldn't monetize a damn burnout at the drag strip on one of my shorts. I was like, what? I changed
That's-
the title. I was like, maybe it's the title.
No kidding.
I did the same thing. I changed the title. It was the one where Gary and I are on the golf cart and he hits it and we end up spinning it on the bridge. So it's like 27-point turn to get in and out. Like it's Austin Powers type thing. And YouTube was not having it. They were just like, this is not, not good, blah, blah, blah. I changed the title, got rid of it. It was good. And then it went out and then it went orange again or yellow or whatever. And then I asked for a review and they were like, oh no, yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. It's perfect. It's good.
I'm assuming you guys are talking about the monetization problems with YouTube.
Just the shorts, just
Car
little
stuff,
things we've been
they're
seeing.
starting to crack down on like,
Well,
you do a burnout, they don't want to put it up.
I want
Hey,
to.
brother.
I want to say that I want to tell you I found out why there's monetization issues with a lot of creators and content all across the board. If you guys don't know the actual real reason, I found out the real reason. Was talking to somebody from the head of YouTube, and so YouTube is a global market, right?
Yeah.
And so, like Canada has banned TikTok recently from their country. And then, so this is a problem. Social media is getting banned from certain countries.
Oh, that's because of the they want to share money or drive people
Yes.
back to original sources and it's the same thing went on with Australia a year or
Agreed.
so ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube is fighting these countries that want to say that they're saying, well, these videos aren't going to be able to go. So they've had to change their whole way of doing everything. So that's why the gun thing is really bad, because you got places where the guns are like, and France basically said, we don't want YouTube here because with all the gun content and, certain countries like that. So I'm not saying it's right. We're in America, but the thing is we look at things through American eyes.
Yeah.
But when you
Well,
start
I
adding
just
in
don't like the gun thing. Okay, if you want to, the fact they changed the line in the sand on that one's kind of shitty. But I mean, at least
Right.
they're coming out and saying that. But to come out and be like, "Oh, hey, you're doing a burnout in a golf cart in the snow," so that's not full monetization for someone. And then
Well,
what's the metric that's flagging that? Like, what flagged
it's
that
their
video?
AI. It's their AI is not tuned into. So that's the other problem is their AI isn't tuned
Dangerous
into.
activities.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exact, and so once again, you go back to the global thing where one country says we don't want our people seeing you doing burnouts and high horsepower cars. Next thing you know, we got guys on motorcycles building 3-wheel dragsters, and I mean, could you imagine in India where those guys run those trucks on
Oh,
those
they're
tight
already
roads?
doing it. Look at those boats. Have you seen those boats with like 12 valve
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cummins freaking on the little and they're
Yeah, on a freaking
yeah, dude, these dudes are
Hand
just
throttle.
I'm like, listen, how do you drive a boat with balls that big? Like
Well, that's
seriously.
actually-
Like where do you
that's
put
in
them?
a kayak or a freaking
I think
that's
log
in-
canoe. Like
I think that's in like Vietnam or something. They're doing that, isn't it?
Somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere
Or-
over there. Yeah.
Thailand.
Or
Thailand.
we see those
Thailand.
big
Yeah,
tractor and
Thailand.
tie it to things, and
The
then
what?
just like stick it straight in the air. You ever seen when they take like a full size tractor and just hook it to stuff and do burnouts with a full size tractor with a big motor on it?
Yeah, I've seen
They do that in
cool tractor stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen well,
It's
have
like
you seen-
tractor pullers with nothing hooked to the back.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
There's-
I completely understand. Like, you think we're an American. I'm like, dude, that's we're an American company, and we should just be like, screw you. We're gonna do what we want to do. Get over it. But the problem is the ad revenue that like China and some of these other countries pay
yeah.
to us
Yeah.
are ridiculous. I mean, look, you guys know when you look at your ad revenue where it all comes from, right? Like some
Oh,
days,
yeah.
some days the Netherlands is our top ad revenue, and those guys are saying, "Well, we're not going to pay you. We're going to pull our revenue for that." And so YouTube's like, if they do that, well, YouTube's not a huge profit making deal, anyways, for the company.
Well,
they're still
not
struggling.
compared to where they make a ton. I don't know. They're
Yeah.
printing money.
Well, they are.
Dudes and I have talked about this for a while. I don't think that the shorts bonus was a real shorts bonus.
No.
I think dudes went over 10 million in the 90 days and they said, "Hey, you're just in now."
Right.
And so everybody else like me, they were just keeping all of
Right.
the money.
Absolutely.
That's why I
Well,
wasn't making shorts until they said
Well, I told you. I said that
I'm
too.
not making anymore. I made a bunch about a year ago on sick
Yep.
week, and I didn't get anything from it. And I was like, why am I wasting all my time doing this?
I said that from the get go. Is YouTube's way to screw over? That's why I said when you were under
Wow.
1,000, I said you better get over 1,000 quick, because that's the way YouTube for them to get free ad advertising in. They were cranking it out on people that weren't monetized.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're holding people down under 1,000 so they can keep making
No,
money.
not holding them down.
No, they were promoting the people that had shorts under 1,000 because they didn't have to pay them.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And even this is the other best part. Like dudes and I had a trajectory where mine went up by a lot. I had 7 million views in that time frame. They didn't have to pay me for any of that because it was underneath the 10 million threshold.
Are you a little bulldozer guy, or are you a side by side guy? Because I'm confused.
He's confused.
I am trying to be a side by side guy because I didn't realize. Well, you know me, I've always been a what's in front of me kind of guy, and
Right.
everything kind of just does whatever. Well, then little dozer stuff took the fuck off, and now it's like
I watched every one of your dozer videos and read the
I haven't watched
comments.
the Dozer stuff
Oh,
yet.
dude.
I, have
I
watched
read
some
the
Bible stuff, though.
The comments
comments.
are priceless.
oh my god.
All
All the
over
way
from
from-
everywhere.
They're all over the world, and it's all over from like don't cut down the trees to that mountain's gonna fall down.
I would be like laughing. I'm so
Dude.
laid back now. I make such and such really slanderous comments to people.
Yeah, my comments are also well. I mean, I'm sarcastic by nature, anyhow. So my comments back are just full sarcasm. I don't normally
yeah.
hear anything back.
Oh yeah. I always say something like, "Hey, your mom's gonna make me a sandwich later. You want to come over and have one too?" Just say the rudest shit to them.
Chats on the lives too. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people that can't. They make so much of people's super chats. I tell everyone, I really appreciate when people do it, but don't do it because I hate YouTube getting portions of that.
YouTube loves super chats, though. That's where they make a ton of money.
They make a killing for doing nothing. They're not doing shit,
Yeah.
but offering the ability to
Well,
money
they-
to move.
Click a
But
button.
they give you the ability to do it. So
Right.
Yeah,
you gotta
but
look at it both
YouTube
ways.
takes the least
If it
amount of
wasn't for
money out of
YouTube,
all
you
the
would
other
not have any
platforms.
ability to do that.
I mean, you're right.
Right.
You're right. But at what point is enough money enough
Well,
for these
Never.
guys? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Never.
because we can make
But
money
you-
on money on money.
YouTube takes the least amount of money out of all
There
of the
is
other
no
streaming
one-
platforms.
Ever.
Yeah.
Who's like, we can make more money? Yeah, let's not. do
except for Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble doesn't take nothing.
for now. But I was
I've
on
looked at that
Rumble.
once or
I'm
twice,
on
but I didn't-
Rumble.
Are you?
Exactly. I have some stuff. I put some stuff on there, but it hit about as well as anything
Yeah.
else. And it's clunky still. They're
Yeah.
figuring their shit out. You know what I mean? It'll take time. They're no
They
Google.
didn't
Oh.
have much of a car program on there. I
No.
just kind of did some searches on some, and I was like,
No.
The entire gun community moved over there.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Well,
Yeah.
I heard about it after the whole political community moved over there.
Right.
One of my buddies was telling
That's
me
how
about
I heard about it.
And so I went over and looked at it, and I was like, well, I'm not here for that, but I'm not doing shit on YouTube. I might as well put some videos up there. And so I started putting some videos up, and it wasn't doing. I haven't looked in forever. I should probably go over there. I might be famous on Rumble. Who knows?
Side by side dozer.
Side by side dozer, he's onto something.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Rumble.
Oh,
Google
I don't
tells
know
me.
why you're. Well, I mean, I get the idea of starting another one. Eric,
Yeah.
but,
Trust me.
Just
Starting at the second channel is like,
Anybody making money on TikTok?
yeah, I got
No.
$5 last month.
Yeah, I quit the TikTok thing like a year ago.
Oh, I
I
deleted
lost
that a
money
long
'cause they
time
told
ago.
I
me
don't
to
make
take
money
advice
on
for
any
today.
platform.
wait, you lost, buddy?
Yeah, because they said I had to claim it by the end of the year, and I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna waste my time.
Yeah. I got
You can keep
$5.
your dirty money, TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok, the dirty.
So I have given up
They
Instagram
charge
to the
you money
wife.
to put videos up?
They'll do that too. if
She's
you
got
let 'em.
my Instagram now. So if you guys talk to me on Instagram, chances are it's her. Just saying.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Facebook is getting good about trying to charge you for advertising now too.
start my first channel. Well, so that's the craziest thing when YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all of them are like, "Hey, advertise with us. We'll give you views if you give us money." I feel like that is the definition of
scam.
Yes, scam, monopoly,
It's a
fucking
scam.
Ponzi scheme,
100% a
fucking
scam.
whatever.
So
I got a story.
I'm not gonna act like I didn't try it because I want to see what happened. So I
Yeah.
tried it, and I think I did a $5 a day deal. You know, no big deal. 3 days. Dumbest thing I ever done in my life. Worthless. And then I said, "What was this for?" And they said, "Oh, well, you got to extend it longer." Oh, sure. So
Yeah,
what you
pay
do
us
is-
longer.
It's like a
slowly
slot.
work.
My business
It's like
people
gambling.
times.
It's
When
like
dudes-
gambling. The more
when
money you put
dudes-
into it.
Yeah, when Dudes is done talking with his story, I own a business. I put a lot of money into advertising, so I'll tell you my little share on all this shit.
I love
Oh,
this.
from
I
like the
wanna
actual business side, yeah.
Yeah.
No, does a lot of that. Well, you do shit to like get your shit on like the top page of Google and shit though.
I've
Yeah, but
done
I'll
that.
tell you
I-
about that
in my
here.
old automotive business, I used to spend $50,000 a year in advertising, but I haven't done that in like 15 years. And I'm getting back into the business side, so I want to hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, go ahead, Dudes.
So when I was on TikTok and I blew up to like 20,000 followers in 2 months, because TikTok stuff, they automatically started sending me these things like, "Hey, advertise and promote your videos on TikTok, so people will get you. We can promise you 200,000 views on a video."
Yeah.
And I said, "Nah, I'm good." And then they kept sending me these emails, and then all of a sudden they gave me this email, "Hey, try it free for 4 days, no charge." I was like, "All right, crack cocaine on tap." So
Here's a
I'm
rock.
just like, "Let's do it." So
No, that's
the
cocaine
second-
with silverware.
Yeah.
second I did that, I got a bunch of views, like bam, 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 was getting a bunch of followers. And then they're like, "Hey, if you want to keep paying for it," and they didn't shut it off. Like you had to go in there and shut it off. Like they were automatically to start charging me $5 a day, blah, blah, blah. So I shut it
how'd
off.
they-
And then after that, I got no more views,
Yeah.
no more followers. The
Right.
channel was just shut off. And
Yep.
it's like, you know what? I'm done. This is
Yep.
this is pay to play, and I'm out of here.
Yep. Yeah, it's a way for you to make back the same money you put in. So it's a wash, and then they make money at the end.
Well, they're making money on money on money. Like if you watch the thing where they took apart how they pay the percentages, like because they take the money, ad money comes in, and then we take 45% of that for music,
Yeah.
and then we take what's
I
left,
shouldn't
and
need a
then
mathematician to explain payments to me.
listen, the payment system is VA math. That's what that is. When I watched that thing, I was like, I've seen this before. This is VA math, and it never works good for anyone but the VA.
Well, What sucks is you really don't know the numbers.
You don't.
No,
There's
you
no
don't.
way to know.
You're at the
Here's the-
mercy.
Dudes and I have checked this
100%.
too. They fuck with the numbers constantly. I watched. I'm retired. I have some time to look at numbers. I watch views come in. I'll do 2,000 views, right? It'll do 2,000 views, and then they'll retract and take away views. They will take away subscribers. They will take away thumbs up, thumbs down. Like there's almost like a 10% of what comes in. They're like, yeah, that's probably fake. So we're just gonna delete that shit.
Well,
And if you pay attention, you can see it.
I think Cletus said it best. He said YouTube is an advertising for my real business now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like-
that's how everyone should treat it.
Yeah.
That's how you should treat it. If you're
Right.
trying to do this for the ad revenue money, you're
No.
doing the wrong thing.
No. Yeah.
But you got to be
So I
so
just,
big enough to make it even affect a regular business. Like,
But well,
whether you're selling t-shirts, hats, or automotive repairs or whatever.
Well, but not everyone has the ability to take a automotive business where they get to just work on the shop truck, essentially. But
Right.
YouTube allows you to do that.
Right.
I'd love to get in that
Exactly.
position where I could just play with shit and just like freaking McFarlane or whatever.
Exactly.
These
Right.
guys-
Right.
Jeez.
I mean, that's everybody's dream. All these guys that are on YouTube, these big guys are like, oh man, thank you for building my dream and this and that. I'm like, dude, how many guys out here have that same dream?
Oh,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But then
everybody
you
that's
also got to pay
trying.
attention. And
We
we've been
wouldn't
looking.
still
We were
all
talking
be
about.
on here if we didn't have that dream.
Yeah. No.
Well, we were talking about
Absolutely.
this the other night. If you actually go through like Clay's McFarland's channel,
Yeah.
you start realizing he's not building what he wants to build.
No.
He'll build some stuff he wants to build, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're going to build a Fox body. We're going to build a
Right.
Ford F-150. We're going to do this because
Well,
that
I
stuff
think
gets views.
that's I don't know. I don't think he's chasing the views on that. I think he has to spend money on things. He has to build vehicles because there's so much money coming in. He has to spend
Right.
it somewhere. I
Yeah,
need to
he's building
build.
vehicles he
I need
knows
to
he's
build
gonna
a.
watch.
I mean, yes, too. But if you're saying he didn't want to build a Fox body fucking Godzilla, and he basically let the internet build that for him on that particular one, he said, here are two cars. What do you want me to build? They picked the Mustang.
They
Here are
make so
two
much
motor
money
options.
off the damn apparel now in his racetrack and stuff like
I
that.
can put
He's-
it between
he's
you.
like
He's
Demolition
probably
Ranch.
gonna win.
Life.
Well,
He's
I
got
don't
his own-
They
think
even said it. The pay-per-view thing is what saved
Oh, yeah.
the whole racetrack.
That's-
About fucking went
yes.
totally broke on that
because the
deal.
track doesn't actually make anything.
No.
The
He says it's
pay-per-views.
it's paying for itself now, but
The pay-per-views are paying
Yep.
for
Yeah, I
itself.
pay $100 a year for to watch this shit. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
The actual tickets at the door, people coming to the Freedom Factory would never, and that's why it closed in
No.
the first place.
I've been to the Freedom Factory. It's a fucking pretty nice place.
oh, you
yeah,
have been
it's-
there?
it's
It was a shithole
nice.
when he bought it, though.
That's
But
awesome.
you're not going to pack that stand every weekend, which
No.
is what you would need to do to keep the lights on if that was your
Well,
money source.
If he was
Very
going to pack
function.
it, he would have
Yeah.
seating all the way around that track already.
Yeah.
You know, like it would be like a little mini NASCAR track, and it's clearly he's not adding seats into it for a reason because the majority
Yes.
of the people are watching it online. And quite frankly, I don't see. I mean, I would like to go there, but I mean, I'm perfectly satisfied with watching it online.
Well, and that's
From
going
the
to be the place
coverage.
with that place.
Florida area is
It's
not
a-
that big.
It's
And
a
so-
destination
Yeah.
deal. If you get like 30,
Pawn
40
Stars.
people that come through there for their one, every time there's an event, they're coming down there for their one time. They're going to go there, and you keep that going along with the regulars and the online.
Well, it's like if you ever watch Pawn Stars and you actually go to Vegas and go into their little
Well,
pawn
like
shop.
internet.
A little shithole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah.
one
Yeah.
counter and like two walls. Like you're watching it on TV, like this looks like a way bigger place.
Yeah.
You're
No.
saying the whole thing.
It's smaller than my garage.
Exactly.
They said not too long ago that they actually filmed that someplace else.
Yes. Now
Oh,
they actually
really?
that's just a tourist trap, and they have a complete replica in a different building where they film it offsite.
Yeah, so they don't have to deal with the
I
traffic.
was gone for a while. What I miss?
I don't know if you guys remember all the Jesse James biker build off stuff back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the early 2000s, man. That thing.
Oh yeah.
I was watching some stuff earlier on him. He's such an awesome fabricator, and I still admire that dude for what he
Me
did.
too.
He was the shit he did. His apparel business went through the absolute roof.
Oh dude.
Oh yeah.
Show came out. It was insane.
I worked for Mac Tools back then, and I actually got to meet Jesse James, and they sponsored him. And I got to tell you, that dude was fucking. I was literally ready to get down on my knees for him.
A buddy,
He was.
buddy
He
of mine's
came
a
to.
tattoo artist, and they.
I don't care what anybody says about him. I love him because he's real as it comes out. He comes like I meet him and he's like, "Oh, you're a tool dealer." I was like, "Oh, that's comforting." He goes, "I don't care about your comfort." He's just like,
I've never met him, but my buddy's a tattoo artist, and he was on some of those tattoo shows or whatever, and he ended up flying out and tattooing on Jesse, and he put him up for like a week, and he's like, "Man, I freaking drove a Ferrari when I was out there," and it's just all this shit. He's like, the dude was super cool and humble, and like just gave us all kinds of stuff, like put us up. And
Jesse has the same kind of mentality like Cletus does, where he's not about the destination, he's about the journey.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it all really comes to play for a lot of these guys. Is they're not really focused on where they're going; they're enjoying everything they're doing on the way to there, wherever they're going to be.
That's the way you should do it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think both of them definitely do a good job of keeping the nation as in mind. They're not floating through, aimlessly. Like Cletus and Jesse both built empires to an extent. Jesse's imploded a bit.
We got Demolition Ranch is no different neither. He's built an empire the same way too. I mean, I am Cletus
interested
taking a page out of his book.
Oh, well, they're all taking pages out of each other's books. They're doing the Diesel Brothers car giveaways now, and then
that's what made the Diesel Brothers.
It is, and you'll
notice
notice
they started the originators of that.
Yeah, they really are.
But you'll notice they started hanging out with all of these guys, and now who all's doing things?
Birds of a feather flock together, man.
Yeah. All right, hey John, tell us about. Cletus has been into that before, but tell us about this Google business, John.
So, I spent a lot of money on advertising, and I just recently started doing the YouTube advertising. I mean, I do $10 a day. It doesn't sound like much, but that shit adds up.
Oh yeah.
And like y'all were talking about, it was a money trap. It feels that way. It really does. Because once you put in a certain amount, they want to keep you going and try to get more money out of you, more money out of you. And it's like, oh, well, we recommend you drop another $30 a day and you'll get this many more hits. And, just because they try to show it to all these different people. But we're in with, we've got Angie List, Yelp, Home Advisor, Nextdoor. I mean, I've got like 15 different websites that I advertise on, and it's all a crock of shit, but you got to do it, because everybody's out there doing the internet searches and stuff. Right. When it comes for a small business where we're at, I mean, we're spending lots of money every day on advertising.
Tell me what business you're in again.
I do custom closets, entertainment centers, things like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's big business down here. It used to be, at least. I knew somebody in that business.
Yeah. So, but the Google stuff, when we go on there, like you can have it at a certain amount. I do right now. It's set at $30 a day, to where I had it at 50, before, but I hired an SEO specialist.
I did that
to, ramp up my organic searches, and all that. Yeah. So that way I don't have as much pay-per-click, or I have more traffic for the stuff, but it's more organic. I don't have to put more money out for advertising.
I might die. I gotta go get a cord.
So
what are you advertising for? Like your business is like home repair? Just curious.
Brian, send him my website.
He does closet packages, Chad. So basically,
okay. I wasn't trying to pry or I understand. Like I'm not trying to.
I don't mind. I do entertainment center, anything that has to do with storage or organization. We do custom trailers. We do garages. We do entertainment centers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you know that old garage where the lift was. CP and all of my videos, the older stuff, all of those cabinets and shelvings and everything in that garage were all his stuff. And then all of the stuff on the, what was that, the Trex system? What was that stuff on the walls for holding everything?
It's a handy wall system.
Handy wall. That was all stuff.
We're getting into trailers too, thank you government agencies. who needed the trailer done. It's like, yeah, we can do that too. Now we're also getting into next week. We'll be releasing that we're going to do full kitchen renovations. You know, but if your little buddy Joe's watching, I still don't do closet doors, so piss off.
That is so. My buddy Joe is like, "Hey, John does cabinets. This door on this, or not cabinet, closets. My closet door's messed up." I was like, "I don't sure call him." And John's like, "No, I won't do this door." Blah blah blah. How much money in closets did you end up doing in that house?
I mean, obviously,
Rough.
I cut a deal, but
Yeah, but yeah,
you know,
you
it's
just
probably $1,500, $2,000 worth of closets.
with the closets, and still no fucking doors on those closets when it was all said and done.
Because I told him, you know, I'm a salesman. I'm like, hey, there's no reason to put a door on it if we build you an awesome, beautiful closet to have everything nice and organized. And they went with it.
Oh, tell him your slogan.
I don't fucking do doors.
No, shit. I mean, shit. One of them, you know, my closet guys make what a damn. I got to read the sticker on my van.
I was gonna say, come on.
Yeah, make my
No.
closet guys your closet guys or something.
No,
like
the one I like was the making women's dreams come true. Or
Oh, that's not a slogan. That people ask me what I do, and I say I make women's dreams come true.
that's
Do
what
pantries or just closets?
I do pantries too. Pantries, closets, entertainment centers, home offices, business offices, garages.
Oh yeah, the desk I'm sitting at right now is the desk he designed and built out for me.
A buddy of mine does
I'll
furniture
throw,
and cabinets and shit, and I helped him do a cabinet job like last week, and I did a bunch of shorts on it at his shop, building them and installing it.
I just put my website in the chat for you.
And anyway, we were there on that job, and the lady was like, "I really want my pantry done. We bought some stuff at Lowe's to like do like shelving." And Kevin's like, "I don't have time, man. This dude's booked out like for long periods of time." He's like, I wouldn't be able to look at it for like 2 months probably. He's like, "But I'll put Dave on it." I was just there helping him. I'm not a carpenter. I'm a mechanic. And I was like, "Oh, great." So he throws me under the bus with this lady, but he's like, "Dude, I'll do it on CAD and I'll show you how to build it, and you can do it in my shop, and
that's
easy, and you'll make a couple G's." I was like,
"That's
really?
too bright up there, Brian. Go ahead and hit that little moon symbol. Turn that to dark mode. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty." No,
cool.
I don't. I didn't build this. I paid a guy to build this.
So you don't do the work; you just sell it.
No, I build it. I install it. I sell it. I design it. Yeah,
he's talking about the website.
I see.
Yeah. The first website I created, it was just a little templated thing. But this website here, I had.
Oh, hey, I like your garage picture here, bud.
Yeah, thank you.
That's
that
so
client
you're
there.
in Oregon
He
as
was
well?
a prick.
No,
no, I'm on the East Coast.
This is when I used to live in Maryland, out by Midnight and all them.
Cool.
Yeah, you know, I'm looking at that. I really need some shelves in my closet in here. Might have to hit there for some shelves.
You're in Virginia?
Yeah, I'm in Virginia. Here, hang on. I'll show you. Hang on.
Now we're getting quotes.
Getting quotes.
There's my closet.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to replace those shelves down at the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we can hook you up.
There you go.
Yeah, I didn't mean for it to be about my business. You know, I didn't want to take over the whole channel thing.
That's all.
But yeah, I mean, with the amount of advertising and stuff that we do, it's, you know, we're nowhere near like these bigger companies, but it's just all a scheme. Like I go to my Google Analytics and I mean, they always tell me every day, oh, you should bump up your daily rate to this amount and you'll get another 15,000 interest or something like that.
Yeah, they don't call they call it a special
any of that stuff? Do you have any like real tracking on any of that? I never, when I was spending like 50 G's a year on my automotive business on advertising, I didn't track anything. I was too fucking busy dealing with customers and parts and shit. So I never
really track where my sales come from.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got a sales program that I've actually go in there and put in where they all come from, all of my leads.
So how much of your leads are coming from this advertising expenditure?
That's where I'm going.
Across all the platforms or just Google?
What's up, dudes?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off.
All right, brother. We appreciate it, man. Have a good
Hey,
night.
man.
All right. See you, dudes.
Yep.
See you,
Later.
dude.
Later, dude.
Later.
See ya.
So you talk. So like Google, I want to say is probably 45%.
Oh wow! Of the 45% of the sales you do are from Google.
Yes.
Like a pay-per-click Google my ads type deal.
Well, I'm gonna say my leads. So the more viable leads that we have is through Google. We also do Facebook advertising, boosts on Facebook, Instagram, that type of stuff. And if we need some, like hey, we're running low on leads this week, I want to do a quick boost. It's going to cost me $150, for 4 days. And then I'll get 4 messages out of that. But a lot of my business comes from repeat customers and word of mouth because
Yeah, that's the best.
I'm so damn good at what I do.
Like my buddy Kevin that does the cabinets and stuff. He said he doesn't have a website. He doesn't pay for any advertising, and he stays booked year round.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a big crew. It's like he runs. He's got a
It's enough for
60 by
him.
40 cabinet shop behind his house, which is like
Oh,
really nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Full
Well,
paint booth.
The good
and all
thing
that
about our stuff, I mean, we don't do the, if I do something that's paint grade or stain grade, I'll do it unfinished because I don't have the facility here in Maryland to get that type in Charles County
You
where
get
I
like the
live.
pre-finished wood and like
Yeah,
do the,
it's all pre-finished melamine.
he does a lot of his stuff with shelves like that, and then like he showed me how to do the banding, like you do the end of the board,
Yeah.
and then you just file fit it.
Oh, well, see, we got machines.
He's got
to
a
do all that.
machine. Yes, yeah.
Oh, really?
He feeds boards into there. And it comes out done. It's wild.
Oh, wow, cool.
How long?
I
Well,
was
I
hand doing
haven't
that shit
seen.
with Kevin last week.
I haven't seen the new one.
Bander, no, I haven't got it yet. I'm still waiting for it to come.
Oh, okay.
So the current edge bander that I have is only about 6 foot long.
What was that one that they had at the old place you used to work? That
one was
long
about
as shit.
24 foot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the
Kevin
one that
brought
I
me in
ordered.
Last
The
week,
one-
he's like, dude, my 10-year-old daughter used to do this for me. He's like, if you fuck this up, then
you can't work.
I was like, oh, great.
Yeah. Now,
Thanks,
there's,
Kev.
there's still times, Dave, to where we have to do stuff by hand, and that's on angled pieces and stuff like that. But if it's a straight piece, it goes right through the edge bander. It turns that 15-minute single, edge and piece. 15 minutes, I can have 40, 50 pieces edged.
Oh yeah, they're just feeding them. They literally just feed a piece one after the other, and it just rolls down the conveyor and it comes out done. It's wild.
Yeah. Now the new edge bander that I ordered is 20 and a half foot long.
Oh, so it's big like that other big one I remember then.
Yeah, not quite, but it's almost there. But we have a CNC router, Dave, that cuts all the parts and pieces, drills all the holes. I program all that stuff in with different G codes and CAD program and stuff like that, and send it right to the router. Put a 4x8 sheet up there, and it cuts it, drills it. Everything's done by the time it comes off in about 4 minutes.
Wow.
That whole sheet, and then we run it through the edge bander.
Yeah, it's pretty
ready to
crazy.
go.
Man, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's a lot
And
of
then
money
it all just
invested.
stacks in a truck, and they roll out to the job and throw a whole kit. It's amazing what it looks like all just stacked in
What's
there.
a big edge banner like that cost?
Cool.
So that little one that we have runs like 12 grand new. It's 4 cabinet shops. It's a small one, 4 cabinet shops, like what you were talking about for your buddy. We found it in South Carolina for only 8 grand used.
Wow.
And we've had it for 3.5 years and been using it every day, all day. And that thing's a tank.
So it just pumps out. You just feed it whatever you want, and
It puts
is
edge on it.
CAD programmed?
The edge bander's not. It's just power, air. That's it.
So how does that? I'm just trying to visualize that. So you feed a board in, and it lays the edge on
Yep.
it, and
So
the file fits it automatically.
Yeah, so the first thing it goes through is a gluing station, the current one that we have.
Who makes it, John? What's the name?
It's a SCM Minimax.
Like the ones I was doing, I was ironing them on,
Oh yeah, so that's
and then filing them on the edge.
And you were talking about A-Tracks earlier. That's called in the past, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure, but like Kevin's a
it's too
one-man
much.
show, so he does shit
Yeah.
like old school.
Yeah, but
He
when
says
you
it's an
start
ME20.
SCM, oh yeah, it's the small one, the
Yeah,
ME20, I think it is.
Yep.
But here, let me look at it to make sure.
Well, I'm pulling up right now. I'm gonna once I find the window. Jesus.
So essentially, it goes on a conveyor. It sandwiches between a bottom plate that it rides on, and a top conveyor. And when you push it into it, it grabs it and pulls it into the machine. And the first thing it goes through is a glue roller that puts hot melt
talking
glue
about-
pellets on it.
This thing?
Yep, that's the one I got.
So
The
it
one
just
that's in my
fits the
shop.
band depending on the width of the board. It like kind of automatically. I see it's got the big roll of band right there.
Well, we only use 3/4 inch thick material. We don't use any other thickness. So there's settings inside of, Brian, if you go down to, that picture there. So that's where the edge goes into it. And then it has these guillotines that'll cut the edge off. It'll ride along the board and it'll cut it off. It has these little pressure rollers. Once it hits a certain spot, it'll do the next item. And, so that's where it'll cut the edging to size.
Oh yeah, you can see the little cutter right there. Freaking, it's right on the little
I hand
air
file
rams.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, when I started out doing this stuff 22 years ago, we did that, but
I actually have one of those. Maria got me one, the little thing you're talking about that you pull along it. And she's like, I know you don't have one of these. I figured you'd use it. I'm like, thanks. Like,
so, but I mean, it's a cool operation for somebody who hasn't. I mean, I've just been doing it for 22 years like that. And it's, somebody, and I like bringing people to my shop so I can show them how we produce things and stuff, because it is a wow factor for people that's never seen that way to do it before.
oh, well, you got the machine that drills all the holes for the dowel pins, right?
Yeah, that's the CNC.
Oh, the CNC does that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember at the other shop you had one that drilled like a bunch of holes all at one time.
Yeah, my CNC does that. Oh, well, that's the line bore machine. That was
Yeah.
before we had CNCs.
See, okay, that's how it
So
changed.
if you go to my YouTube page, I have some videos on there of the CNC. I have one video on there of the CNC on my YouTube page that, starting the day up, and it's doing the spoil board processing, but you
Oh,
can
yeah, I've
actually
seen
see the CNC moving.
Yeah, you need to do some more of that type of stuff on the old channel there. That's cool.
Yeah, I need to. I've got, about 8,000 pictures I need to go through and
Oh, Jesus.
mess with that stuff, but I've been trying to put all my focus into the advertising and growing this business up.
Well, yeah, because if they're not buying the thing, then you're not gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's where it started, down this rabbit hole. All the money that I got into the advertising, and they just want more and more and more and more. And they tell you, oh, you've been doing this amount per day for a month. If you do, your rating has gone down, you need to increase it by this much. But where it gets you for that Google stuff is they put you on a ranking system. The more you pay, the higher you're going to rank.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if you're at that same pay scale for, a month, they're going to lower you down to try and get you to pay more.
Well, it's all the gig with it. They're getting advertisers to pay, and now they're going to get users to pay, and they're getting everyone to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when I first got into that pay-per-click deal, it was probably in like 2008, and I was so new to the internet. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't own a computer before 2004. I mean, I used them at work, but I never owned my own. I started my business in 2005, and I was like, shit, I got to buy a computer. And then I went straight into like the whole advertisement deal. Y'all all locked up, or is that me?
No, you're good. Well, I'm good.
Y'all are all froze on the screen. So,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Well, I know Brian's frozen on my screen. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I?
Brian's been frozen.
yeah, you've been frozen for an hour.
All right.
Oh, damn it,
Tripped out for a
Starlink.
second, sorry. But no, the paper, I was like, am I talking to myself? The pay-per-click deal was crazy, but we could track it even like when people called the number for my website, it wasn't the real phone number.
Hi, Fox. Appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.
Yeah.
See you, Fox.
See you, Fox. And it would do a voice recording. So like if one of my employees answered the phone, I could go back and listen to every call that came from that website advertisement. And
Oh,
I could even listen to the phone calls. It was really cool.
that is cool.
But it was like really at the same time, I was like, it taught us like how to talk on the phone, because you didn't realize how you answered the phone. Like, because you like be like in the middle of a job, like all frustrated and pissed off, and the phone ring, be like, God damn it, Nelms Automotive. You know, so you had to like,
you hear it back and you're like, oh shit, that we probably shouldn't have done it like that.
yeah, you sound terrible, and
Yeah.
you sound like rude as crap, and so it like taught us how to answer the phone, which sounds stupid, but
Well, no,
really,
I know exactly what you're saying. When I see a customer call my phone, it's a completely different change in tone.
Oh, you don't answer it with you're on the mic with Mike.
No, I don't do that.
They say answer the phone with a smile, because they can see the smile through the phone or some crap like
So
that.
true.
That's what they used to teach us. And it's true, really, because
Yeah,
I'm a grumpy dude.
Well, especially when you're working on vehicles, man, because
Yeah.
people are all. My wife says, "Well, why do you yell at this thing all the time? Why are you so mad at this thing?" I was like, "Because this thing is not cooperating. It sucks."
The process is a pain in the ass. The reward is cool,
yeah.
but the process.
All right, Ryan, have a good one, brother. Appreciate you coming in. We are losing everybody here, boys. So I'll roll all night if you are, but anytime you guys want to dip out of here and call it a night, you let me know.
Whatever y'all want to do. I'm gonna get up early and go to the Caffeine and Octanes once a month car show deal down here in Kennesaw. They film our show and all that stuff down there. I'm gonna try to do some shorts down there, get some footage in the morning.
Yeah, if you want to know some more about the stuff, Dave, I mean, I can, get my information from WTF up there.
Yeah, man, I love that kind of. I love to have those kind of conversations about business. I really do. Anything I can learn about business is, and share about business that I've learned.
By no means am I an expert at it. I'm still trying to figure it out day by day.
Man.
But
that's why I like to learn
information and stuff. So
it sounds like y'all got a good thing going on. I think my buddy Kevin really has a gold mine sitting in his lap, and he just doesn't want to run a business.
Well, that's the other thing too. You get complacent where you're at, and you're afraid to grow.
He doesn't want any employees.
The company that I ran for the last 9 years, that I worked at for 21 years before I started my own, it was always, how can we grow this business? How can we grow this business? So that's what I did, Right. And then it's like, all right, we got to pay this. We got to jump into this. We got to buy this equipment. We got to do this to grow to the next level. And the only difference between what I'm doing now and what I did for that other company is now it's my money I'm playing with, and it's like, fuck, that's 70 grand.
That whole power vacuum too, because he built that company up with them. They built up big, and then they moved the whole operation. So he built this whole power vacuum, and then they just moved it away.
Well,
I knew this chick that was a designer at a cabinet or a closet place back in the 2000s, I guess, late 2000s. Or maybe it was early 2000s, before the Obama era crash, and she made bank, man, just off of designing the shit.
Yeah, the designers, man. I used to train the designers, so I did a lot of the training. But a couple of things like what you were talking about, building that other business for them, they offered me profit sharing, but never gave it to me. So that's when I was like, I'm done. So I was building my business while I was still working for them. I was going to my shop working at night while I was working for them during the day. And then I helped them get all their shit set up in the, Northern Virginia. And I was still in Southern Maryland. They were like, all right, we're ready to make the move. I said, good luck to you. Have a nice time. I'm out. And left them high and dry, and they were pretty pissed.
Well, they wanted him to. They moved it from his backyard and wanted you to commute how far every day, because it was cheaper for them to run the operation in Virginia than it was in Maryland.
Of their backyard. Yeah. It was 15 minutes from my house, and now it's 15 minutes from their house, and it would be. I mean, Midnight probably knows about 66.
So driving every day.
Yeah, screw that place. From Southern Maryland out there to Chantilly.
Ooh. Oh yeah, hell no.
Yeah, they could piss off. So, You know, it's just
But that was the worst thing with
just
that. They
crazy.
moved the whole operation and never even asked John about that. They just assumed that he was going to move. You know, they just assumed that he was going to be the dude and they were going to be able to do all these things. And he was just always going to be the guy there to do everything for him.
How far did they move it?
70 miles.
And they just expected you to go.
Well,
Yeah.
they always thought I would go with them, and that's one thing that they say when I told them I'm not going. They were like, "But you helped us build this place out here." I said, "Yeah, because I didn't want to see you fail. I wanted to give you a good foundation to grow on, you know, because I'm not that type of guy." And they were like, "Well, you always said you were coming with us." I said, "No. I never once said I was going with you all, and you never once asked me. You have always assumed I was going with you." And they just kind of looked down at the ground and was like,
Yep.
"Oh, fuck."
Well, there was a problem, and you know, I've been best friends with John for a very long time, but they underappreciated everything. They had him doing everything, and thought they had him in a position where he'll never go anywhere else and get as far as he's gotten here. So we have him, and they were wrong.
So let me ask you this: I don't know how old you are. Do you have family? I don't know anything about you. Did
38,
they,
father
just
of 4
assume
with a
because
wife.
you were young and single, you were going to go, or did they?
Oh no, they just assumed, you know, because of how I built up and how everything that I did for them with that company. Now the thing is, those owners of that company were not the original owners that I started with, but I was already the operations manager of the company when they bought it. They're business people. They did not want to learn the business. They didn't realize how much stuff I did for them until I didn't do it anymore.
So they were basically investors. They weren't like
Correct.
in the
Yeah.
business.
And wanted me
Yeah.
to keep running it and kept giving me false promises. It's like, "Oh, well, we're going to get you with, you know, profit sharing and this and that." And it's like, never saw any of it. And then when COVID hit, it really showed their true colors. They laid off a couple people, made me work more, and gave me a 25% pay cut.
Yeah. And it was in the middle of COVID where they're like, come back to work, no one's getting paid, you're taking 20% less, and either that or get wrecked.
Man, I was working for a window replacement company, and I don't have any construction background at all. And but I was kind of not doing nothing when COVID hit. My buddy, it was a construction manager at this place called North Georgia Replacement Windows, and they do a ton of Marvin replacement windows. The Elite series, they're like fiberglass frame windows.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Man, we need somebody that can fix stuff." He's like, "I think you'd be a good fit. You want to come over here? We'll give you a company truck, give you a company credit card. You'll just be out in the field fixing like broke window pieces and crap all the time." I was like, "Yeah, I'll try it out." So I went over there and did that. But that was right when COVID hit, and they boomed during COVID. It was insane. It was like everybody was remodeling and like,
Yeah.
Well, our business boomed too when I was over there with them and working more. I was working more with less staff, and you know, a quarter of my pay was gone, and they were just raking in the dough. And I was doing there was a couple times that I called, you know, WTF's wife over to take my blood pressure because, you know, her being a nursing thing or whatever. It's like I thought I was having a heart attack because I couldn't, you know, just function all the shit that was going on and I was doing for them assholes.
yeah.
You know, and it was just, and then finally, when they come time for them to move, they didn't realize that I had already had another shop set up. I didn't leave them until I had that other place set up. So
that's the thing. You never left them; they left you, and that was the trick. And that was what I thought was very fitting with the whole
moved
thing.
away.
They left you, and then they wanted to get pissed because you didn't come with them. They never asked. The whole thing was shitty. They were terrible bosses, and they got what they had coming to them. At the end of the day, take care of your people, and you won't have problems like this.
Yep, that's true. And I live by that motto too. Like with my guys, you know, it's you teach them to where they can go anywhere. You treat them well enough so they don't want to. You know, so the guys that I got, I teach them everything I know with the stuff. I have no problem sharing my knowledge. You know what I mean? But I treat them right.
Well, and at the end of the day, a lot of people think you can go out and run a business, and you know,
Not easy.
running the business and working for the business are two different things, man.
Yep.
The most employees I ever had was 6, including myself, I think. And just a little bit of drama on a daily routine, you know, I don't feel good, or my kid's sick, or I got a kidney stone, or, you know, somebody's always got something going on.
Yep.
Yeah.
and you've always got bills to pay. And it's
Yep.
a difficult, very stressful situation. It's a big family when you're running a small business like that, and if it's dysfunctional in any way, it really, man, stresses you out. And that's where I got in like 2014. I said, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, the company that I was running, I was directly responsible for 53 employees.
Whew.
Oh
And
yeah, it was
because the owners didn't know what they were doing, everything was on me. So now I
well, and
have,
the best part was not only did they know what they were doing, but they were trying to micromanage on
yeah,
top of not knowing what they were doing. It was great.
yeah. So, but now I have 2 full-time guys and I have 1 designer that's full-time for me. But the designers, everybody says like they do make great money, but me being, I also do design work and I know how much time and effort it is to deal with the customers to get it to exactly how they want it. And like sitting here, I've had 3 customers text me since we started this stream.
At
You know
this
what I
time of
mean?
night,
Oh yeah. They don't, people don't care.
Jesus.
Well,
Yeah, I guess true.
it's
With my
it's 10
buddy's set
o'clock
up at
here,
his
but
place here in the North Metro Atlanta area, man, he has got just an absolute. He could have a whole production. Like he's got a 60 by 140. Or I'm sorry, a 60 by 40 shop. But he's got the paint booth and drying room, and he's got a setup. I mean, just
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
production.
Mm.
If he had some
Yeah.
more better equipment, like you're talking about, like the edge banding stuff, and see, he doesn't even like fool with a lot of closet stuff. I think he's got so much potential sitting there. He just doesn't give a shit though. He's just like, whatever. I don't even care anymore.
He's complacent, and that's fine. If that's where he wants to be and he's happy being there, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not. I want to build a business to where, I don't, I'm
That's where I'm
constantly
at. I'm
thinking of
young enough,
ways that,
man. I still got some fire, a little bit of fire. I thought I didn't have any fire left for a few years there, but now I'm back like, shit, man, I got to make some damn money.
yeah.
I thought I was going to do it through YouTube, but that's a joke.
Yeah, YouTube is definitely one of those deals where I mean, if you're going to already spend that money dicking off in the garage and doing dumb shit on your car, YouTube's good to
Film
'cause
it.
You can kind of write off some of that money that you're never going to be able to write off any other way.
Uh,
Outside of that, unless like we talked earlier, if you're doing it like to sell the biz, that's the other thing, John. I don't know how you do a YouTube channel to help like pull into the closets, really.
Well, you have a lot of people that search different stuff on YouTube for like closet ideas and interior design ideas and then custom pantries and things like that. So like,
so how do you film
my
it though? What's the video you make? Is it you making it? You finished products or?
So essentially what I should do is have a camera, set up looking into the closet while the guy's from start to finish.
Yeah,
and then time lapse it.
That's probably not so here the problem you run into, and this is one thing I know the 3 of us will tell you, once you bring a camera into it, everything takes longer.
Well, yeah, it's not just that though.
Yeah.
The other thing that you have to worry about is because a lot of these places that we go into, there's not room to set up a tripod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be like trying to set up a tripod in your office when we're sitting there.
Yeah,
working.
and you're in a customer's house too. A lot like
That's
we ran
can I
into
even
is we had like
film?
little kids running around us all the
You
time.
got to ask their permission. You got kids you got to worry about, the dog, the cat, all that type of stuff. So it's, unless you can really block off the floor and make sure nobody's coming up there, it's not really much you can do. But like
Fat Cats 84, your YouTube channel?
Yes, yeah. So my highest looking video on my YouTube channel is the one about the closets and custom pantries and stuff. I got 384 views on that joker.
I think you freaking run some time lapse on that CNC router doing its thing too.
Yeah, I'm going to. I definitely want to.
Because that's easy editing footage. You speed that up, throw a little music on it, and just let it sing and see. There's some ASMR type stuff with those machines.
I don't even know how to lay music. Yeah. I've been doing this 3 years. I've never laid a track on any of my videos.
What editing software are you using?
Dang it, what's it called? Da Vinci.
Bobby? Oh, Da Vinci. Oh, Da Vinci's good.
Which is easy.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
free
easy.
deal.
Yeah. No, that's easy. You just drag it down and then use the YouTube. Oh, have you guys seen the YouTube music beta thing that's come out now?
I use their free library all the time.
I always used the free library before, but they've changed it now where you can get real music now out of the library. And some of the things aren't free. There's now ones that are, it's free, but if your YouTube presence gets high enough, they can start charging you for using it in their videos.
Well, I've found just with my own YouTube science that using popular music versus the no copyright strike type music, you're gonna get way more views using popular music than
On shorts.
on shorts. Yeah.
So
Did you find
this
it,
is for
Dave?
the long. This is for
Yeah,
the
I
long
did,
form
yeah.
music.
Okay.
You can put real like music on your
I
long form
subscribed.
videos now.
Thank you.
You probably still get more views because the
Yeah.
algorithm pushes it to people who like that musician. So
Yeah,
if
there
they
is that
like
side of
that
it.
if they like that music and they want to know about closets, then
I am interested to see what the analytics are for the whole. Well, because everyone's shying away from putting music on their shorts because the more money thing. I
That's
wonder
why I
how
never put
much.
music on anything because, like, they were saying they were coming back on or whatever the music that was royalty free music, and they were coming back on that later, going, "Oh no, we're
Some of them were. So Google so far has been standing by their. If you use their music is good forever, which is what I was really concerned about when they were like, well, you need to click this button and sign up for the new terms of service for the music. And I'm like, I have music on like literally hundreds of videos. Like every one of my openers has music at the beginning and the end. So,
Yeah.
but now YouTube does all the licensing for me. It tells me like when a thing comes up and it tells me what the story is with it.
So when I go to when I blow up, I don't ever have to worry.
Yeah, right. They won't be coming back.
Music. I'm never.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I've been trying to get into doing some more with the music here and there, like for the riding videos.
Now I think that
audio
music
is
is
a
a
thing.
huge part, and and I'm just so scared about the monetization. I'm like, I don't make anything anyway. So if I spend so much more time adding music, paying for music, I'm like, damn,
Well,
I'm gonna be losing
like
on this
like
kid.
Midnight said, if you're going with the YouTube music, there's some gems in there, but you got to sift through a lot of stuff to find
Yeah, I bet.
anything good.
I found if you search I think it's a group name called Track Tribe. They have
Okay.
a lot of good music
Okay.
under the free Track Tribe.
Yeah. I've been going in and going off of the you can go like dark or light or happy, sad. And
I do that
searching
too,
that
but
way.
I do that too, and that's how I found this one particular group. But I found a couple of their songs that I liked, and so then I found several of their songs that I liked.
Yeah.
Like, check out
Vans in Japan, I think, is a group that or a guy or whatever that does a couple of ones I like too.
Hey, I don't know your name, Fat Cats 84.
John.
John, how do y'all deal with like wonky ass walls and shit? Like everything down here is built in the 90s is so freaking out or square.
So I'm gonna let you. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how. Just go ahead and imagine row houses in DC. I work in those, so believe me, they are way worse than anything you got down there.
They be stacking those things up.
That's some doo doo, baby. But if you look at my pictures and stuff, like go through my website and look at the pictures, you can go on my Facebook and My Closet Guys on Facebook. You can look at all that type of stuff. If you go to the website, there's a link at the bottom that'll take you to my other pages. So for Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And what we do differently than these other big companies out there, we use actual live photos. We don't use computer generated photos for what we're showing online like these other people do. We use actual photos from people's houses.
I think that's one of the ways that a lot of businesses will use YouTube. They will make YouTube videos and then put it on their website, and all their views are their own website.
I don't see any of
Oh,
your
yeah,
information.
embedded.
Is your information on your YouTube channel?
Oh, no, the business one. I put the business address in the chat,
Oh, here.
the
Okay.
website.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that will let you do that in the chat here, John.
I'm a moderator, so what is it?
Oh, it should let you then.
He's like, I
Yeah.
can do that.
Oh, it's in the
Yeah.
private. Yeah, go to
Model.
the private chat on the StreamYard, and that's where it's at.
Yeah, I do what I want.
Oh, wait, no, that's this one from midnight. A swap kit.
I haven't even hardly been looking at the chat because I'm looking at two computers and I'm like,
Oh,
um,
CP said he's got to jump off here. Oh, wow, I just totally looked at the chat group, private chat different from the regular chat. Oh, man.
what?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to link everything. But I do have a marketing lady who has access to.
Get you one of those freaking link tree things or whatever.
Need a marketing lady.
Right.
My marketing lady's really good. She's very affordable. She's awesome to deal with. You know.
I have an Instagram lady. She's pretty affordable.
Well, Deuce was in here. He's probably got a YouTube lady.
He's got a dude for that. He's got a dude for
Oh,
everything.
a dude
Yeah.
with
It's-
YouTube
yeah.
skills.
Yeah, it's dudes with all kind of whatever the dude needs. He's got a dude for that.
I wonder how communicatable is that once you hit the $100,000?
Oh, he's talked to me about that. The comments come in at such. I mean, he shot when it really hit hard. He shot up to 99 plus on notifications, and then there was just no catching up to it. He got to the point where he turned off notifications for comments. It was just wild.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
and still to this day.
Hey, Brian, check the private chat. I threw up a short real quick from earlier today. You'll get a
Oh,
kick
wait.
out of it.
More technical savvy than I.
Yeah, but-
Oh.
And that,
Bro.
let me see. That is no restrictions and monetization's on for it. So it
Oh, yeah.
Be sure to
Good.
hit like on that because
Oh shit! Of course,
it's
dude.
only at 90. It's only at 90% right now. I don't want that one getting down to 35% like that last.
Oh man, yeah, that was. That 35% like ratio or whatever on one of his videos. That was down there.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, it tanked. It tanked every single one of my shorts with all.
Well, I can say everything is tanked across the board for me over here. It is just doom and gloom. Out.
Well, my monetization, the pennies that I make were cut in half about 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Maybe it may have been 6 months ago. I started to say 6 months ago, but it may have been less than that. But it was like, wow.
Yeah, the money always dries up. Apparently,
It was
right,
the wind.
right at the end
Holidays.
of December.
Yep. In the holidays, it all drives up after everyone putting everything in for the
Stop
holidays.
advertising. People
Yes,
stop
I guess
advertising.
November to November would make it 1 year for me for being able to being over 1,000 for month.
Oh yeah. So you got a whole
if-
year of info to look at then.
If I put stuff in the private chat, it's just y'all that can see it.
Yes.
I haven't seen anything. So I guess y'all are excluding me.
It's in stream. It's in the stream area. You see where it says
Is it
private chat?
StreamYard? Maybe I've got it too.
All right, that's
Oh,
my
yeah, if you're
name
on
and cell
Tube.
phone number. Midnight.
Oh, I
you
see
want
it
to
now.
call me?
Okay, I had it
You wanna
maxed out where I could
Take
only
down
see
my
y'all's
information. You can give me
Oh,
a
yeah.
call and we can chat
Alright,
about
cool.
those shows.
Oh,
if
cool.
you need. But yeah, I mean, if there's something y'all want to chat about with any of that stuff, I don't have a problem chatting. Or if you need something, just let me know.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's cool, man.
So,
Yeah, because you were telling. Hey, that's the other thing that's been kind of weird about him putting his advertising up in places is you got some people from Atlanta that hit you up for cabinets one time, didn't you, or something like that?
When I first started, I had people hitting me up from, Carolina Islands, which is like a Caribbean island or something.
Was that like out of the Outer Banks or something?
No, that's like in the Caribbean, in a Bahamian owned
Oh,
island.
Caribbean. I thought you said North Carolina.
No,
Well,
that's
one
what I
was
thought.
Carolina.
The lady said she was from Carolina Islands, and I'm like, "Where's that?" And she was like,
There's
she
mine,
told me
too.
where it was. I'm like, no.
My
Yeah, we
email's
don't-
on my YouTube channel, so you can find that easy. Did y'all see that? I mean,
Yeah, I know. No, I saw it. I got
All
it.
right.
I'll have to get you in there. Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming on. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here at 2.5 hours.
yeah, man, I gotta get up early. Fucking I'm taking my boys. They got to be home by like 11 or 12 so they can go off with their buddies to do like really cool stuff. I'm just gonna take them to the car show in the morning.
You know
Before
what?
it's too much to be a dad.
I'll tell you guys what I've got
So
going
I'll
on.
have a camera, baby.
You guys are gonna love this.
Oh, yeah? What do you got?
My high school shop teacher, and I graduated high school in 1989, is coming over tomorrow to see my 48 Cadillac.
Cool, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's 80 something. So
That's
yeah,
pretty throwback.
he hit me up today and he's like, I want to see your 48 Cadillac. Can I come over tomorrow? I said, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Come over when you want.
I want to
Thank
see
you,
your
Speed
48
Ranch. I
Cadillac. Is
appreciate
it on
it,
your
brother.
site? Is it on your website or YouTube channel?
Yeah, you'll find it. Yeah, it's on
All right.
there.
I don't know if I'm about to find out.
All right. Yeah, I got to hop, guys. It's late.
All right,
for me.
John.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I
All right.
know.
Y'all
Have a
have
good
a
one,
good
brother.
one. I'll have y'all later.
See ya.
Oh, there it is. I think I am.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you got to get those shorts out for hopefully some of those will hit up for you guys. Right now, it's
Yeah.
I
I've
throw
been pumping them,
3
man.
a day.
They've definitely been bringing the people in. Not like
For-
you and
Well, dudes is
Dudes.
yeah. Well, I pump out. I was doing 5 a day for a while, and then I'm down to 3 is what I'm doing, and it's
yeah.
just
I'll pour like a cup of water and film it and put it up. I mean, like I
Yeah.
don't care anymore.
I film seriously. You say that I get so many people that go, "Why would you put this up?" Like it's a comment I get on a lot of bullshit.
Why
Like,
not?
why is this on here? And I go, I just want to be like at the point emoji to the freaking
You
where
watched
the views are. Yeah, exactly. I put this shit up because it gets like the little dozer view. It has 1.5 million views on him pushing dirt down the freaking hill.
Who?
I have 2 videos that have done over 1.5 million views.
Oh, you've had some viral.
I've had 2, yeah,
Oh, I didn't
and
know that.
they're the stupidest. Well, the one is the extendable truck. It's for the log truck, so it extends out, and I call it the extendo truck. And that one did just over
I think I saw that
1.2.
one. Yeah.
And then the other one is just my dad driving a dozer, pushing a road, and there's nothing special about it. And that one has like 1.5 million views.
Yeah, I put like a 15-second video of my kid running a surface washer on my pressure washer in the driveway. I bought a new surface washer.
Yeah.
And he ran it for like 15 minutes, and I just took like a 15-second video, and it's like 1,500 views in a minute. And I was like, whoa! That's why I call them bottle rockets. I'm like, the shorts are like,
I had
you never know how high they're going to go and explode and not do nothing else.
I had one, it was 4-second video. It was a creepy howl noise. My wife put it out for Halloween. It was just a shot of us, like the rig turning, and it looked creepy across the view with the, whatever. And she put it up with this howl, and it did 300,000 views in 40 minutes and then died.
Wow.
Like I literally, what's up, John? How you doing? I literally was on the phone with dudes, like, I was going to a physical therapy appointment, and I was talking to him before I went in, and I pulled it up to I was like, holy shit. And dude's like, what? I'm like, this fucking video is like exploding right now. And then dude, that was crazy too, because YouTube gave me a shit ton of subscribers, all this stuff, and then the next day took like 50 subscribers away and just neutered that thing.
Well, I mean, you never know if they're doing it or if so many people are so fickle, or they might be shutting their accounts off. Or when you start getting to that level,
Oh yeah.
I think like 50 and 100 up and down quickly is probably normal.
Well, yes and no. Like right now, I'm doing roughly anywhere from 3 to 5 a day. YouTube is taking between closed accounts and just the other category. And that's just across the board. I think it's a metric of however much comes in, we screen it at whatever the percentage is. You know what I mean? Because Dudes is the same way. Dudes was doing big numbers in. He was doing 1,000 a day, but he was losing in a month period. I think he was losing almost 1,000 subscribers in a month. Like,
So that's a big wave. Yeah.
yeah, you're taking in, he's taking in, let's say 5,000 subscribers in a month, but he was losing 1,000. Like it's fucking, that's just
I mean, I get
wild.
excited when I see like one.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like, dude, I am just happy that I get days that I don't have zeros. Like
Yeah.
that's been my big thing, like or negatives. Like
I
today's
try
the
not to
first
look
day
at
in
my
forever.
analytics too much. I used to get way into that, and I was like,
Oh.
I'm not looking at it anymore because it just freaks you out.
I'm deep into the analytics. I love the numbers, but then I can't trust the numbers. So that makes me hate. I'm a numbers guy. I love the numbers, but you can't trust.
I love the numbers too, but that's the same thing with me. I'm like, I don't believe the numbers.
Yeah, look at this dude. 200 day is a low day.
You
Like
suck,
today,
dude. All I can
I'm
say,
at
you
0
suck.
for the day. I started with 97, which is the last number, and I'm still at 97. That was my starting day.
My
200's a
best
good
day-
month for me.
My best day was last week. I had a 93 subscription day. That was my best day
Oh,
ever.
that is a good day.
That's a good day.
That's a
Yeah,
really
it was
good day.
all Elvis. But
I mean, still, who cares? I gotta look now. I gotta see what my best day ever was.
I now have 5,100 subscribers, and 2.2K of those are from Elvis. So
So my best day ever was that video that had 300,000, and it was 323 views or 323 subscribers that day.
Wow.
In one day.
In a day. And I never got my best next to that was like what is this? 126 and then 147 are my top 3.
Yeah, I'm at like 203 for a 28-day average right now. That's probably about the best I've ever. It's gone up just a tick, but just since I started doing it, I'm 226% up for a 28-day average there, and that's because I started doing all these shorts.
Well, and that's around the holidays, and again, we were out to get paid for shorts. I'm the same way as you guys. I was like, I'm not putting a bunch of shorts out to not get paid because that's just ridiculous. And everything went just like they're like, you're 200% less than views, and it's just doom and gloom across the board on my analytics. And I was just like, it was the holidays one, which we talked about. You know, I knew January was just a terrible month. Yeah, and then.
July to January, I drove a tractor trailer.
Yeah.
I was
wondering where you've been.
Yeah, I just didn't. I wasn't here.
Yeah.
And that was
that's been the other thing too. Coming out here, going into the wilderness, I didn't have internet for the longest time, so I stopped doing lives. Like right now, the main reason we're doing these lives all the time is because I'm up against it for hours right now. Like,
are you still on the satellite deal or what?
Oh yeah, no, we're both on Starlink right now. You're talking to the Starlink brothers up here.
Yeah, I'm Starlink.
Oh, you're both on Starlink.
Yeah.
I'm on the shit Starlink though. So.
What do you mean? It's the same one I have.
No, it's not.
Which one did you get?
I have the. See, you have full service. I have the limited. I have limited service because it's in such high demand here that I can't get full service until December of this year.
And did you see that because your service is so high, you're going to pay more?
I heard. I saw that. I saw that.
Ta-da!
Oh, he's back. I thought you were gone for the night. What happened?
I had to go make my short.
Oh, you were going to do that earlier today. We talked about that.
Yeah, and then I worked on a Trailblazer.
I made mine while we were doing this live.
He just got as many subscribers as we've all got in like 5 minutes.
Yo, the last 10. Yeah, exactly. What have you picked up? Like, seriously, right now, I started the day with, I just got another subscriber because we were talking about it. I started the day with 9,697, and I have 9,698 now. So if YouTube decides to take any subscribers from me today, I'll be negative.
See live counter.
Yeah, I'm happy my
Still haven't broke 4,000, so screw y'all.
Well, I
have a.
I will say that I am liking the shorts thing because I've doubled my pennies. I make twice as many pennies now as I used to make.
You know what? I make about $150 less than I used to make.
A month?
Yes. Wow. And I have twice the subscribers and twice the views.
Oh, don't even get started.
Money.
Don't even get started.
No money. And I'll be totally
No,
honest,
the worst
I'm at
analytic is
168.91 for 28 days.
this is the analytic that's going to make
That's
you.
like, what the hell am I fighting so hard for?
So
It got up to like
watch
almost
hours.
300 was my biggest.
Don't even.
Month.
Right now for watch hours, I am running 4,800 watch hours for the last year right now. So I'm right up against it, right? Want to know how many shorts hours?
For a year?
The last 365 between videos and live stream, I'm at 4,800 watch hours.
2.4 for 28 days.
2.4 watch hours?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. For 28, let's see if I got 28 days. Well, so that's just the videos and live streams. If you go shorts, so I'm at 400 or 500, about 600 watch hours for the last 28 days for shorts or for lives and videos, but I'm at 2,500 watch hours for shorts. Like the watch hours off shorts is just ridiculous.
And
It doesn't separate it for me on my main screen.
So the way you have to do that, you got to go to analytics, see more, and then go to
Okay,
content type. Yeah. Well, that's because we've had to start watching this now
28 days?
because we get. Yeah, what's yours for videos?
I hadn't been doing
watch
shorts
time
long,
hours
really.
for 28 days.
Yeah, for videos and live streams. Well, live streams is nothing, but
Oh, videos is 357.
okay.
Live streams is 2.3, and I haven't done.
You're gonna need to get those
28
numbers
days?
up.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
How do you do that?
Just click on show more and content type, and it'll show you all three breakdowns.
Yeah, and then you just click on the two you want, and then you can see what it is per day.
Some of my repair videos are like trucking. They're like, they get constant views, but not a lot. They're just kind of like, like an old freight train.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, freaking, yeah.
All you have to do
Midnight's
is
the
mention
one
a
for
video,
that.
and it'll get 1,000 views. But outside of that, nothing.
I will get at least one.
The most. I mean, shit, I'm lucky to get like 35 on a regular video in a month. I'm like, dang, man.
John, is it just me that's frozen, or is everyone frozen?
You're frozen. It just keeps being you.
Yeah, you keep freezing.
Why am
Space
I freezing?
potato, man. Space potato.
Why is SpaceX coming at me, man?
Space.
You were wiggling too much, Dave. It was dead giveaway. You had too many out of the bottle in there. Your hand was shaking a little bit. Oh man.
Going where a tater has never gone before. Space potato.
Oh, are you talking about the dude who does the Army and Navy and Marine Corps and Space Force guy, TikTok guy? Have you seen
You're
that
completely
guy?
frozen, Space Force.
Oh, man.
In like a really bad, like.
I can hear you fine. It's I don't understand. why
I'm
frozen.
hearing you. You're talking, but your picture is completely frozen in my little screen.
Then that's got to be the camera. Then
Yeah, your audio is steady, but your video is like very not steady.
Very not good. Your video's drunk, bro.
I can't see that on here. It looks perfect. That's great. Cool. Love
Your
it.
videos had a few whiskeys like me.
The vid, yes. All right, we're gonna try something else then.
It's thinking sailor things the way that picture looks.
Sailor Jerry.
Trailer things would be cool.
All right, let's go.
Be in the Caribbean right now.
144,000.
YouTube channel would take off.
472,000 watch hours.
Jesus.
That's the watch hours. See, that's just worthless watch hours right there.
Hey, I'm just curious because I think it's really cool. What has the biggest balloon of views in like a short amount of time?
300,000 in less than an hour.
Nuts, man. I've never seen anything close to that.
Yeah, mine don't blow up like that.
I was gonna say I think it's the highest one we've seen go down like that. And like I said, I think I was on the phone with you.
It
when I
makes
figured
your
that
other
out.
videos like disappear. You got
the
huge bar.
Yeah. Well, that's why when I went to we were talking about it, so I went to go look at what it was. It's real easy. I just hit last 365. It's just this giant freaking, spike right there.
It's like this.
Well, so that was the weird thing. I had gone from having like a big month through August and September, and then October came and I was on this big downhill, and it was the end of October and everything was just going to look terrible. And then that thing hit for 300,000 and it made the whole month looked normal. Like it all looked like it was on par with everything else. Like I wasn't on a steady downhill, which then made the next month a cliff.
Okay, I finally figured it out. I
Let's
have
figure out.
15,000 hours for just videos for last year.
Yeah, for the last
See,
365.
you're killing
that's
it.
Wild.
You got all the watch hours there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had
I'll
a shit
trade you
ton
some
when we
shorts
were
hours for some watch hours. How do you feel about that?
yeah, straight across.
All right, last. That's a lifetime.
I found it a different way than you guys did, though. So I don't know.
My lifetime hours are 46,213.
Stretching out to win a foot race. Am I frozen again? I'm on a different camera now.
You're completely frozen.
You look like you're having a lot of fun though.
Yeah, like sailor stuff.
Jesus.
Something's really funny.
Is it this?
Switch to your avatar and back. There you go. Now you're unfroze.
Well, I'm on a different camera now, so that means it's not the camera.
Means it's your potato internet.
I'll just, you know what?
I mean, you're going for potato internet and you're ending up with potato lays. It's fine. Oh, here you go. I guess.
Yeah, I guess 365 is.
Yeah, you look at your 365 and then you look at your high points, and then you'll know by those months when those will drop off on your 365.
All right.
My hours for 365 days are 25,775.
Just for long?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I didn't do any shorts hardly. I did a one little short little deal when I was on sick week last year.
People are really watching. I mean, what's your average view ratio?
How do you see that?
It says it right there next to it.
Well, it says views, watch time hours, subscribers.
Oh,
Go to
you're not
content
a
type.
yeah. Go to content type
Yeah, go to content type at the top.
Yeah.
Hang on. Content type. I see it.
Is this better now? Am I not? It's frozen?
Okay,
you're
so
I
video.
just had to reboot the freaking deal. Okay.
Yeah, watch time on videos is 24,941.4, and then shorts is 822.7, and then there's other 10.9.
Yeah,
There's
so
a, there's
I
a
don't know what
duration
other
there.
is.
On the
0.7
duration
on
side.
live stream.
So what's the duration? Gives you like a time on the end? Average duration.
Total.
Yeah, you should have views, watch hours,
The total
and
average
duration.
duration for 365 days is 3.17. Videos is 5.6.
Okay.
And
I'm
short
4
is
Wow.
0.16.
Last 365 videos, I'm 3.46. Lives, I'm 20.4. 22
Yeah, I
is
got
for
none of those
shorts.
numbers.
22 seconds.
I need to get some views.
You are going to start running into some hours issues like we were
So
talking
what's your
about.
total views for videos, Dave?
Me for 365
Yeah, for just videos, what's your views?
on this page that y'all have me this content type page, total says 25,775.
Okay, so mine's 96,000 views
On videos?
on videos.
On hours or views?
Views.
Views.
Oh, views. Hang on a second. Views is 469,000.
Oh, see, there's the number.
87.
Holy shit.
There's the number right there.
Yeah, my videos is 39,000
Yeah.
for the last
I
year.
don't even get 100,000.
How's that possible with all the fucking views y'all got?
Well, it's the
View
videos,
shorts.
not
It's not
shorts.
long
Shorts, I have 7.7 million
long.
views
So
on
this is long.
shorts. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do shorts,
Okay,
okay,
so-
only have 44 million.
Yeah, shorts. We can build some numbers that are impressive in the shorts number.
All right, so all right, let me re-enter it.
See, we're all
That's
measuring here, but we're measuring from
292. Views is
Our belt line in the back.
292,776 on
On videos.
on videos.
That is so
Wow.
It's
many.
176,465 on shorts.
You're
Yeah,
just
I mean,
killing
it's-
it.
292K versus 176K.
So when they turned off the tab
Y'all's
of all
is probably
those
quite
long
opposite.
form, it is. But when they turned off your long form stuff, that really, I can see why that hurt now, because the long form stuff makes good money on views
Yeah, I mean,
compared to
was-
shorts.
Well, I mean, not really good money. But
Oh, compared to shorts.
mine.
Shorts right now for me, the RPM on that is pretty hilarious.
I almost
for-
hit 300 in 1 month. I was like, woo!
Oh,
But
Oh, that's
that doesn't
way
even
better
pay the
than-
fucking light bill around here.
No.
even with all those views, you're only getting 300 a month.
Yeah,
Wow, that seems.
that was the
Wow.
high. Shit, right now I'm getting like $135 or some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm at 145, right? $145 right now.
The
Really?
lowest I got was like 127.
Wow.
When I first started, it was like, oh, I got $40. Okay. Well, maybe next month I'll get 5,000.
So
No.
like my
Maybe.
RPM right now for shorts for every 1,000 views is 0.06. Like it's very low. And this is for my last days. But for my videos it's 584.
I'll be surprised. What makes me like shocked is that there's so many people that keep making the videos for these little wages.
Well, it depends what you're doing for videos. Like dudes' videos takes a lot of time and production or whatever you're doing into making them. My videos, I literally pulled it out of my phone or out of my pocket
but
and I
I
video
pull it straight out of my ass.
Yeah,
I'm making-
yeah, it's
Well, I guess I'm making the same for. I mean, what Dave just told me, what he's making in a month for long format.
yeah.
So
You're doing about the same in the shorts,
yeah,
really.
yeah, I'm making right now. Its average is about 200.
But if you look at your channel and look at mine, yours looks like
oh yeah, yeah, subscribers
Well-
means nothing.
mine.
Yeah, those numbers mean nothing.
Yeah,
the
but
problem-
to an advertiser, it may not.
That's
Dave, are you
true.
getting- Are you getting any money from anywhere else, Dave?
No, I'm not. No.
Because I get another, so right, like 140, 150 from YouTube, and then another 60 or so from Amazon. So
Really? So you like
Oh, the
have
links.
Amazon links and stuff,
Yeah.
yeah,
I need to
because
figure out that
every,
links
products.
every video I make, I have something that I'm using in there, a tool or a product that
Yeah.
Amazon sells, and I put it in the description.
So
and
does
make
it
sure I
matter
hit
if you
that.
bought it from Amazon or not?
Doesn't matter. You just have to be an Amazon affiliate. You just sign up for it.
Okay.
That's what I need to do. Does that work if you put it in a short though?
I don't know. I mean,
You should science that for us.
You should science that for us. If you could get on that, just
Well, I gotta see if it's worth the pudding.
Is it worth my time?
It's working long videos.
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm telling you, that light video I did is going to work out. That last LED light,
Yeah.
because that's in my truck that I drive a lot. That was $180 for free for the lights
Yeah.
themselves.
That ain't bad.
And then
You just got it from Amazon? How does that work?
No, this was from a company called
Oh, okay.
LASFIT, LASFIT.
Gotcha.
They hit me up on
Yeah.
Instagram,
Mhm.
and
I'm a
Thank you.
snob with those people.
I got a thing the other day.
Random ones, but this was not a form letter deal. This was an actual person. I ignored the form letter ones, but this was somebody saying,
So-
"Hey, I've watched your other." He
Yes.
gave me stuff from one of my videos. He had clearly actually watched the video.
So
Yeah.
what's the one earbuds brand that
Raycon.
Raycon? So I got a thing from Raycon, and they sent me the contract, and it was like, we need this much time in a long format content. You have to be able to offer us 20,000 views at the minimum. Like, I can't do any of that. Like-
This was this guy. This guy said, "I will send you the product, and you just need to make me a video." There was no contract.
Yeah,
Well, so
that-
Raycon, the
that's
way
guy
they
I
do
want.
it is they say you're gonna do the video, and if it gets 20,000 views
Yep, then
over
we'll
this
pay you.
thing, and then we'll pay you. Well, to Spiff and Brit, I sent you that video, dudes. He did a thing with Google Ads and paying for the ads on a sponsored video for some other bullshit. Basically, tried to game the system. That's what he does. He's a video game guy, and he breaks the games essentially. So he tried to do it with YouTube, and I sent the video to dudes. It's a pretty good watch, and you get a little insight into how the analytics and advertising side works on bigger YouTube channels. But he basically runs an ad pushing a video that he does a sponsor for to get paid per the views, and as a way to like game the system for money, and it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Well, that
But-
makes me feel like, because I'm sitting here like, man, I wish I could get those long format views, but now I'm over here like, well, I get the long format views like Dave down there, and it wouldn't really gain me anything.
Well, no, I mean, I
Watch
think the
hours.
long format views
Watch
come when
hours.
you start building like big subscriber counts and like
prove
get
that wrong.
Well, the shorts subscribers community is not a community of people. You have some people that's in your community, but
No,
Right.
I
the
have
vast majority
1,500
of that,
people.
exactly, it's the
There's
vast majority of
1,500
that
people. If I say go watch this, they'll go watch it.
out of
That's
100,000.
Out of 100,000.
You probably have that with your number, Dave. 1,500 people that watch your shit.
I mean, I don't know. I don't study the numbers close enough to even know really.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the dumb part. I can put out.
Well-
Well, I haven't. So I haven't put out a long format in like 4 months.
I know. I
Yeah.
looked earlier today actually
This
because
guy.
I was so impressed with your numbers the other day when I saw.
I
them.
have
was like,
been
"Holy
giving
crap."
him a hard time about long format.
I mean, I remember when
for
y'all couldn't
6
get over
months.
1,000, and I was
think
like,
it's
"Holy
600.
shit, these dudes have they freaking what they long poled over me."
Yeah. Well, we were just throwing shorts out, and then he was putting like shotgun blasting shorts, and he was like kind of more targeting it.
I told you, I was like, "Look, you got so much fucking gold sitting on your property. Just go talk about each one of those cars," and that's what you did, and it fucking catapulted. I'm not saying that the reason.
It's all day.
I'm just saying
all
I
day.
said it.
It is.
I'm putting it
It
out.
is.
Community
It is
post.
true though. He did say that.
Yep, it's gonna be a community post now, Dave. It's gonna be High Rod Dave said. To do
Oh,
this.
that's the
And it
fucking
happened.
other thing. This dude
Well,
has a
that's where we're
community
headed.
post thing. He can put a community post up with a okay,
This
pick
morning.
A, B, or C, and you
pulled
get
it
how
up
many
this morning.
people?
15K just today.
What's that?
15,000
What's that
people.
mean?
15,000 people voted on a post I put up on my community page.
On YouTube.
Yep.
But he can't
I can
get more than 15.
15,000 people to show up and click yes or no on a button, but I can't get 15,000 people to watch a long format video.
Isn't that
Well,
crazy?
How does
You
that
don't-
make any sense?
You don't know that because you haven't put a long format
That's
video out
that's
in
a
4
flaw in
months.
society.
That's a flaw in the YouTube system.
I mean, people they can't concentrate more than like 30 seconds at a time anymore. That's the
Well,
problem.
it comes down to YouTube has decided to show his stuff to people in different things. Like they're not showing his videos to people; they are showing his freaking community posts
Everything
for some
else.
reason. And have you started using the stories again yet? Now that you've got those,
I haven't. I tried to make something with that and it didn't. I just haven't wasted my time with it. You know, it's kind of like long format.
Here's okay. How
So-
long has that been up?
I
this has
like
been up
doing the
since
shorts now
8
because
o'clock this morning.
they're so easy. I mean, I don't even fucking edit. I mean, just click
Yeah.
on it, turn it off, and post.
So this gives you a
Smart
good
one, too.
idea of like, you know, everybody thinks ratted out muscle cars are cool, but this
Yeah.
poll says otherwise.
Well, but that is your people that they showed it. to.
That's
The numbers are
15,000 people.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm about to go to Caffeine and Octane tomorrow, which it's got, and this is like the Atlanta deal. It's north of Atlanta, but it's got everything. It's got like Beamers and the Japanese cars and like the freaking exotics and hot rods. Everything's there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to get there early, which I better get my ass in the bed.
yeah,
It's like 11, and
yeah. It's about time to wrap it up.
so, but I want to try to test these things because I know that the old school ways that I love, the old hot rod stuff, is not cool anymore.
Yeah.
It's
There are a
not
lot of
getting the
people, but-
views, but you know, I really don't
Well,
care. But
I think that shorts have definitely hurt a channel like yours, because I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. There's not more people on YouTube watching videos right now. It's about the same amount of people, site-wide throughput as it was before. But now you have all of these people watching shorts, which means if they're watching the shorts, they're not watching the long form video that they used to be watching.
Are you
Right?
sure now?
yeah, they'll sit on their shorts and scroll.
I
Instead,
well,
they'll
that, I
just go
think
short,
if the
short,
if
short, short,
if-
short, short,
if
short.
I feel like
YouTube-
it's a different person though.
so
People
yes,
watching shorts never watch long form stuff.
I don't.
Maybe,
Well, so the
maybe.
numbers don't support that
I
because
still, I
YouTube.
still watch long form and I watch shorts.
I don't
I
watch
do
it.
a little of both.
I just make them.
Well,
I
YouTube
actually
didn't gain a
sadly
bunch of
watch shorts
sites.
on Instagram. I watch Instagram Reels more than I do anything
Reels
else.
more, huh?
Yeah, because Instagram has a better algorithm for me. Like I sit on there,
Yeah.
I'm like, I like this stuff, and then
Do
it
you
gives
make
me
I
like
will say
things I
that.
want to buy too, and I'm like, wow, they know what I'm about.
I will say that is better on
And that's
Instagram.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because Facebook's all up in your business. So you know,
Oddly
that's
enough,
bad.
my brother and sister-in-law send me reels all the time on Instagram. It's weird. I don't even use it. They
I
send
Dude says
hardly
people-
ever touch Instagram. Hardly ever.
I got away from it. Like I said, the wife uses it now. She runs the one
I use
that's
Instagram all the
pictures.
time. I try to post.
Who are
I've been
you?
trying to post.
I'm bad about flipping between the Facebook and the YouTube. And I used to be like, and TikTok was in, and I finally said, all right, I'm kind of semi-boycotting the TikTok deal.
Yeah.
I would boycott TikTok entirely, but I have a buddy that sends me like 50 to 60 videos a day,
I'm sorry,
and then he
TikTok's
wants
funny,
to
and there's a lot
talk
of
to me
good
about
stuff on
them.
there.
So I have to watch them.
There's some
Yeah.
funny stuff on there, and there's some people that have some good content on there. But they can take that content somewhere else. They could do away with TikTok, and I wouldn't give a shit as long as those people would take their content and put it like on.
Well, and that's the
Instagram
thing.
or
YouTube has not
YouTube
seen
Shorts.
a giant growth in more people on the site as a whole because of shorts. Therefore, that the viewing has to be coming from somewhere. If you have new things to view, you got to be not looking the old stuff, right? Maybe.
Well, they're pushing the shorts. I mean, YouTube wants shorts because they want the advertisement.
Because it
has
makes them
gotten
lots of money and they don't have
crippled.
to pay anybody.
It's true.
Well, the
They've been
advertisements got crippled
printing money.
from what I've been told from all the shorts on the other sites. They're kind of just
Well,
kind of
You got to remember this
pinching them
too.
to death.
So
Yeah.
I am 100,000 subscribers. I get lots of views. If I was not monetized by the little bit of long format views I have, I wouldn't be monetized by shorts.
Facts.
Because there's
Not
certain
anymore.
90 days where I would be able
Yeah.
to, but then there'd be other 90 days that I would fall off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the
that's-
shorts?
10
million every
million
90
views.
Huh?
10 million every 90 days.
10 million.
So you got to get over 3 million
Holy
views
crap.
a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never hit that.
No.
I better
I've
keep
got-
my damn long form up.
my shit hit and I got 7.5 million views since August. It's where my shit blew up. And
You
that
can't go
wasn't
to the
enough to
strip
make
club,
the door.
right?
No.
Oh shit.
All right, it's been 3 hours. I appreciate everyone that's still here. If anyone is
Sorry,
still
Mike.
here, we're gonna shut her down on the live. We'll party in the background for us here. I appreciate everyone coming out, and we will see you on the next one. Maybe if I hit these.